Hello, welcome to the podcast that explores the Heartland's entertainment industries. I'm Brian, and I'm here with two special guests. And today, I'm going to tell you who those guests are after we start this thing, so that we can just get it moving, because this movie is super long. And dear God, it's terrible.
Man, it's a breeze for me.
It's
really exciting. We agreed to fast forward.
2 years ago, we did this. We watched A New Hope, and we did this Mystery Science Theater style fan dub. And we figured The Last Jedi is coming out. We should probably do the same thing, but we're gonna level up, and we're gonna watch the worst of all of them, which is the Phantom Menace. And so here we go. We were gonna watch it on my original VHS, but lo and behold, the VHS player was not working.
I thought the second one was the worst of all of them, not the first one.
No.
Wait, The Empire Strikes Back?
No.
The second desert one?
No,
I think that one's just more forgetful.
The second one is the one, it's Phantom Menace, and then it's...
Yeah, Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, I thought that was the worst.
No.
We all thought that was the worst.
No, because Jar Jar was only in like 30 seconds.
We all
of that.
collectively agreed. We took a straw poll when it came out. Like, this is the worst, right?
Yeah.
Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman have like all of zero chemistry.
Well, yes,
And
that
I'm
is true.
supposed to believe that...
And we all learned how much, we all hate sand.
It really would have been a better movie if they'd kept the same little kid and they just pretended that he was 20 and she just like then the dialogue would make sense.
Yeah.
I don't like sand.
Yeah. Now. Yeah. No, this is pod racing. Oh, jeez.
Yippee!
Oh, God.
By the way, I did not know that the New Hope thing happened 2 years ago, and I'm pretty pissed now that I got hosed on this deal. I got brought in for this one.
Now you're going to have to go back and listen to the other one.
Okay.
That was with Joel Decker, Stephen Goodman, and Zach Burns.
I will go back and listen to that one.
It's pretty funny.
That sounds awesome. Before you start, though, can you just tell us the history of why you had a VHS copy of The Phantom Menace?
So, okay, full disclosure, whenever
I need answers.
Whenever this movie first came out, I was so psyched for Star Wars that I was like super fan. Like I went to go see it.
How old were you?
I was like 12 or something like that.
Oh,
And I
you're
was
prime.
like-
That's prime age.
Oh yeah, and I was like, that was the best movie ever. Then I went to go see it again in theaters, and I was like, that was okay. Then I went to go see it a third time, and I was like, what have you done with my childhood that is currently happening?
Why were you questioning your child?
Why'd you go 3 times?
Because I was holding out hope. But like
it
in
was
the
A
New
midst
Hope?
of all that fandom, yes.
Oh no.
I bought the VHS, or actually my mom bought the VHS to my desperate pleas. And now it's just kind of like a memento for, what could have been.
But was the second time you went to the theater, do you remember being like, oh, that was so good, I need to see it again? Or was it more, that was so weird, I need to see it and see if it was bad or not?
It became a moment of shame in my life where I was
12?
just like, I was super into it. Now I'm so ashamed. Kind of like how society looks at Jinko jeans. You know?
Yeah.
Like Star Wars The Phantom Menace is the Jinko jeans of, movies.
And I still think that raises it to like a compliment. Like, I don't know.
Nora, you're looking at me like you were super into Jinkos. How dare you? What? You don't even... Oh my God, I feel old now. Okay, so we were going to watch the VHS, but we couldn't get the VHS player working. It just...
this
it
ruined
should have
his
just
career.
exploded.
The actor, Jar Jar Binks, he got death threats. This ruined his career.
I know. And Jake Lloyd, the kid who played Anakin Skywalker in this, went f***ing crazy and literally has schizophrenia now because he was bullied super bad. That's when you know that a movie is that bad.
When there's multiple death threats to multiple people.
All right, so we're watching we just got this off of Amazon, so this is the Amazon version of The Phantom Menace, and we're going to start it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, shit. There we go.
This is the $15 version too.
This is salty.
As it's supposed to be.
I'm excited, and it's not too buttery.
Nora, when's the last time that you watched this movie?
when I was in daycare.
What?
Yeah, daycare.
How old were you when this came?
Last year.
How old are you now?
I'm 24.
Oh my god.
I was in daycare in like I think the 3rd grade,
Oh my god.
after school daycare, and this is what they used to play.
Wait.
On a loop?
You
Oh,
were
God,
you were
awful.
in daycare in the 3rd grade?
It was like our after school. We called it daycare. It was like our
That's
after
not
school thing.
daycare. When you're in 3rd grade.
No, it's like they had to watch us after school because our parents couldn't pick us up.
So it was just like after school.
Childcare, so we called it daycare because it's still during the day.
These weren't professionals. These were just homeless people.
All right, so we're missing the crawl here. Turmoil has engulfed everything, blah, blah, blah. Hoping to resolve the matter, Battleship Federation has stopped all shipping to the small planet of Naboo. While the Congress of the Republic endlessly debate this alarming chain of events, the Supreme Chancellor has secretly dispatched 2 Jedi Knights, the guardians of the peace and justice in the galaxy, to settle the conflict.
Already too long.
Well, already, like, super complicated. Like, this is, like, George Lucas says that it's for kids. And he's like, you know, it's for kids. You know,
Yeah,
they totally comprehend
Is he
senates
a
and
Kermit
Congress.
the Frog?
Have you heard George Lucas?
It really does. It sounds like the guy who did Kermit the Frog just jumped into a Lucas puppet.
George Lucas here.
You know, I'm basically people look at me like I'm God.
It's not easy being me.
Oh yes, here we go. The yes, of course.
Already offensive.
We're like
Already too long. Already dated. Already offensive.
as you know, this is not a stereotypical voice at all.
But I like how they tried to be inclusive now. Like this, at the time, they were like, let's be inclusive of
Right.
everyone. And showed like in space, we don't care about race and gender. But now we look at it and we're like, you tried too hard. This is just offensive.
In space, we can all be racist.
Oh man,
We're actually just racist in space.
racist in space. That's the true Phantom Menace.
That's pun number 1. What's the over-under on puns, do you
Was
think?
this C-3PO's like ex-wife?
You know what's funny? In the first one that we did of these, in A New Hope, we were all talking about how there's a C-3PO droid in the first scene of A New Hope that we all thought was C-3PO's girlfriend.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now should be mindful of the future, but not at the expense of the moment. Be mindful of the living force, young Padawan.
You know what blows my mind about this movie? You have
Ian McGregor.
Ian McGregor. You've got Liam Neeson. Eventually, you've got Natalie Portman. These are all like Oscar-nominated, like incredible actors. George Lucas is such a bad director that he makes them all the worst actors possible.
It really would take like a Meryl Streep to make this dialogue work, though.
Yeah.
This time, I will conduct my serious.
Lord Sidious.
I'm not going in there with 2 Jedi.
Just even these like puppets look like puppets.
Yeah.
I know that sounded dumb, but like they're supposed to look real and they look so fake.
I sense no new.
In 99, though. In 99. Cutting edge.
Was it 99 that this came out?
I think so.
Okay, but like when I watched A New Hope and like, or not, what was the one after A New Hope? I've seen all of them. It's just been a long time.
Empire Strikes Back.
With Yoda,
Yeah.
yeah, he looked realer than these people, these
Oh, I know.
creatures. Viceroy.
I really do.
Damn.
I do like the hood up look.
Yeah.
Always have.
That's our favorite line. Is that regal?
It's like he's somehow being both offensive to Hispanic and Asian people at the same time with
I feel
one
like-
accent.
Oh, I was hoping that Zach could be here. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I like how they kept the sparks, though.
I like how the C-3PO unit said sorry after like being startled and dropping everything. Like the building just blew up.
I blame the patriarchy.
That gas has been going on for 10 seconds, and they say, yeah, that's probably good. They just hit the button for it. These are Jedi.
Oh, man.
Excuse me. Check it out, Corporal. We'll cover you. Roger, roger.
What are these droids?
I was trying to figure that
Just,
out.
like, the dumbest droids. Well, and they're all using, like, cartoonish lines.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Blast them.
Just
Roger, roger.
I mean, look how frail they are, though. Like, I know he's got Jedi Force pushing him down, but, like, build something with some heft.
This is gonna be weird, but they kind of seem like the raptors of the droid world.
But
I can see that.
explain yourself.
The Velociraptors
The
of the droid.
velociraptors
Yeah.
of the droid world.
Except, like, you know, the diet Velociraptors.
Right. Yes.
Like, there's numerous and they're annoying.
I've always said that about Velociraptors.
There were a lot of raptors.
I wouldn't call a raptor annoying, though. I'd call him terrifying.
I mean, these would be terrifying if I was surrounded by them.
I don't know.
man.
Like,
He
man,
ain't the
even if
good
you're
guy,
surrounded
that's
by them and
annoying.
have the laser guns trained on you, it's just not that intimidating. Like, those noses, you almost want to pet them.
Also, this lightsaber can do so much.
He's using the Force to make the lightsaber super intense, and he's like, nope.
Okay, these ones I get. I'm down with
These
these.
ones are cool.
Yeah.
These are cool droids.
They've got shield generators. Oh, no. And then this part, I never understood how they just, like, become the Flash.
Yeah, and how George Lucas, like, kind of ruined the franchise with, like, and then they have these powers.
Yeah, and, like, never address it whatsoever.
I like how everything is so much more advanced. And then, like,
Than the originals?
yeah, like, so much more. Like, did they lose all this technology when Darth became leader?
Like, they went back.
Yeah, man. Capitalism is bad.
Yeah, it's fucking up even the global Senate.
Dang. Well, the Senate was dismissed, right? Now it was we're all under Darth Vader.
Right now?
Well, no, not right now, because we killed Darth Vader.
Oh, yeah, Darth Vader, 2016.
That is her name, Amidala.
Queen Amidala. God, I can't handle it.
Your trade boycott of our planet has ended.
What is her voice?
I know. I almost think
I don't
that's...
even know.
Is that Kiera? Is that Kiera instead?
Well, okay, so funny thing, Keira Knightley was also on this as
That's
Natalie
hilarious.
Portman's body double. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we don't know if this is Keira Knightley or Natalie Portman. I'm pretty sure this is Natalie Portman right now.
That doesn't sound like Natalie Portman. Unless, like, in the future they have, like, really bad audios
Right.
for these
I
video
mean,
calls.
She's doing a British accent.
Yeah.
It's too late now. How many people do you think that we could be offending right now?
What are the crew members thinking on this day? Just as they're filming this, just...
Well, because they're all terrified of George Lucas. They're like, all of them are kind of looking at each other.
Is she hard to work with?
I don't know.
Have you ever worked with him?
I'll check in with George.
George is really bad on Wednesdays.
What's happening?
Check the transmission generator. Communications to
Is it weird that I always thought that guy looked like O.J. Simpson?
Racist.
What? No, he looks like O.J. Simpson. Look at the juice protecting the queen.
She is pretty white.
Where are the Chancellor's ambassadors?
And where are the Chancellor's ambassadors? This is the weakest rap I could possibly come up with.
Oh no. We must make a decision now.
No one ever looks comfortable in any of the chairs in the Star Wars universe.
No.
Chairs in the future are not made for comfort. They're made for leaning against.
Okay, so we got the droid blockade. They're coming in to Naboo. Now, as a kid, I remember watching this and being like, this is awesome. Like, shit is hitting the fan.
Yeah, you saw this as a 12-year-old.
Yeah, and I
So-
was like, this is amazing.
Let's check in every once in a while with your inner child 12-year-old self. Okay, so I'm going to ask that you dig deep real quick.
Okay.
And in 3, 2, 1, 12-year-old Brian.
Oh, it's having droid babies. Oh, gee.
Okay, we've got enough of that. We'll check back in maybe later.
Okay.
If they're down here, sir, we'll find them.
That intimidating voice, too, from these droids.
I'm pretty sure, like, no one is watching.
I mean, to be fair, who would want to like live action watch us live action watch
Oh, God.
the Phantom Menace?
Okay, well, full disclosure, I totally watched Shia LaBeouf watching himself.
Okay, but that's Shia LaBeouf. Like, we've offered nothing to Disney Channel.
But he was just
I will.
saying-
Disney Channel, take me.
But he
I
was
will
just
sacrifice.
sitting. He's like not even doing anything. At least we're like making commentary of what we're watching. Shia LaBeouf is just sitting there.
Jar.
Oh, we totally missed the introduction of Jar Jar.
No, we didn't. I caught that.
Oh God.
That won't be necessary.
Liam Neeson's already like, I hate this.
It's so impressive just how many times they jump the shark.
Oh, I know.
Like, you keep
Okay,
thinking
for-
there's a bottom. And no.
A local. Let's get out of here before more droids show up.
Oh man, he was in his prime.
McGregor's or Neeson's?
McGregor. No, Neeson was in his prime in the Taken movies.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Silver Fox. Dad bod.
but McGregor, like, oh,
See, the crazy thing is, like I was reading behind the scenes of all this, and everybody was totally on board with Jar Jar. Like, they were like, "Oh, he's so funny. He's so amazing," and like, it's the height of technology because they'd never done a fully computer animated character before.
That was a really good Natalie Portman impression.
Thank you. Oh my God, he's so great. And
well
Jake
sung
Lloyd
off.
was like, "Yippee!" That's all he ever said.
They're fighters. They will crush us, grind us into tiny pieces, and blast us into oblivion.
I would totally sleep with Ian McGregor.
Like,
Even in-
with that rat tail?
With that rat tail.
oblivion.
With that rat tail.
Man, is the rat tail doing it for you?
No, Ian McGregor just does it for me. Young Ian McGregor.
Not old year McGregor? I don't know. I'll take any year McGregor.
That's true. That's actually. He wouldn't be going for me. So, like, any era, Ian.
McGregor's expiration date ain't for a while. Jump the shark again.
Yeah, I always thought that jump into the water for Jar Jar was like really over the top.
Well, I think they're just trying to show off now.
Yeah.
Hey, this is my favorite technology here, though. Is how they just have, like, the ability to breathe underwater by just having this, like, random piece of metal they can put in their mouth.
Well, you see, this is back when all the Jedi Knights were also basically Batman.
With their
didn't know
utility
that was-
belts.
I didn't know that.
You know,
You
and
could
they
be
all
Batman?
had their utility belt with their underwater breather things, and
But like, this is really cool. Like, this was probably my favorite part in the whole movie.
Swimming?
This scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
this visually looks stunning.
I mean, it's okay.
I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't get better. This is the peak of the movie. Time check. What is we 5 minutes in?
I just don't understand why if he gave them like the lickety split speed out of nowhere, why not just like, yeah, they can breathe underwater too, midichlorians.
God.
I just think this is like, and that's so like the concept of this place is really cool to me.
George Lucas is like the master of 2-sentence ideas, but people let him keep talking.
Yeah.
And it just gets worse. It's like an archaeologist, and he's fighting Nazis, and there's aliens. Ah, no, George.
You suck going to the bosses. You suck a big doo-doo this time.
Oh, you said doo-doo.
Got a poop joke.
Misa back.
He said
He like stole it from like Full House too. Like you
So
should never.
bad.
Star Wars, don't steal.
Oh
from Full House.
man, he totally did, didn't
He
he?
is a full house.
That's
Wow.
a full House.
How rude. So here we have another culture that we're insulting through dialect. We are no like a Donabu. Jeez.
Once those droids take control of the
I just wish I could be there as he was typing out those lines, like
Oh, I know.
spelt that way. Hey, what do you think of this line reading?
you and the Naboo form a single
Sure.
circle.
Well, I mean, who's gonna say no to George Lucas? Like, George, I don't really know about that. Really, I think you're fired.
It's a George here. Why don't you get on out?
Yeah.
Forever.
So, okay, I've got a great idea. All right, there's going to be an underwater village, and it's going to be full of all these frog-like creatures that, you know, kind of speak like Jamaicans, but, you know, in more of an insulting way.
Also, this guy
George, I
kinda
don't
looks
know
like,
about that. All right, get out, you're fired.
Oh, who does he look like?
Master, watch the bunker.
The one Princess Leia gets entrapped by and has to wear that bikini.
Ewan McGregor does that?
No.
Yeah, I love that scene in Coming Up when he gets kidnapped and has to wear his bikini. Then they fall into that pit.
It's one of my favorite scenes.
Guys, who am I talking about? The
Wait.
one who captures Princess Leia and makes her wear the bikini.
Oh, Jabba the Hutt.
He kind of looks like Jabba the Hutt.
I mean,
Diet Jabba the Hutt.
Okay, everything
On a
is
diet.
diet in this movie.
Yeah.
When
This
was
movie
when
is
did
the-
this come out? 90...
I think it was 99.
99. We were all on diets in 99.
Your God's command and his life.
Oh, man.
Binks. You, sir, have the life plague with this mission.
They've been around him for 5 minutes and he's already like, he owes me his life.
Yeah.
What was that?
God with him.
You know, he's got a...
Is that how you get rid of people?
Have you ever just done that? Like, people will eventually walk away.
There are
When
so
people
many-
do that
If
in
you
a
don't
different
want to, if you
direction.
don't want to be in a conversation anymore, just-
Yeah, I mean, like, I would walk away.
yeah.
And this is the bongo. No, not the instrument. No, not the wrap tie that we use to strap things onto cameras.
Is rapti the plural of raptor?
I refuse to even acknowledge that.
There's gonna be a couple of those.
Oh, Misa kind of clumsy. Okay, so have you guys ever heard the theory of evil Jar Jar?
That he's the one who.
That Darth Jar Jar?
No, I have not.
Okay. Well, once we get past the monsters of the deep portion of this film, I'll go into evil Jar Jar.
I feel like this part is completely unnecessary.
It is this whole movie's unnecessary.
No, but like a movie should have parts that go from like that help you go from A to B to C, you
Right.
know, to get to your destination.
We are in the sea.
Well, this
hate
movie or this portion of the movie is where we see basically the Naboo evolution. You know, like smaller fish is eaten by larger fish.
See, but this is a classic Lucas plot device type thing. It's like, okay, Star Wars, huge successful space battles. What's the first one gonna be? Underwater.
Underwater creatures eating each other.
Whole
Nailed it.
first act underwater.
Yeah.
This has always been my biggest problem with Star Wars is there's always like 6 endings. 6 different times in a movie he could have just ended it and it would have been a great movie. But you're like, oh, okay, nope, okay.
So you're saying that should have ended like underwater, just they get eaten by a giant fish. Credits.
Bold. That's bold.
Groundbreaking, George.
I mean, like the whole opening credits could have been a whole different movie in itself.
Like, how much
honestly.
respect would you give Lucas though if like he got everyone excited for it and then cut it like 13 minutes in with everyone's death and it's just like, go home.
Episode 1. It's a short film. Now here's the one thing that always baffled me. So it gets their ship, their bongo gets munched on the outside.
Bongo got banged.
Bongo got banged. And like somehow they fix it from the inside. Even as a 12-year-old kid, I was like, this doesn't check out. Oh, Jar Jar's going, oh, jeez! It's a bigger fish! Oh, no!
You're right. That was way too easy to fix.
Yeah,
too.
they just hot-wired the thing from the inside.
I'm trying to get the subtext of this scene. And what I think
I feel like Ian is the representation of the ego.
You mean Ewan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the representation of the ego.
I like Ian better, though.
Jar Jar is like the super ego. And what's his face?
Neeson's.
Is I'm not good with names.
Are we Dr. Phillying our way through the Phantom Menace?
Which one is the just whatever impulses and stuff? Is that the
That's
id?
I think the Star Jar.
Yeah,
No, he's the super
I agree.
ego. Yeah,
I agree.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Star Jar?
Yeah,
You say
Jar Jar's the
Star
super Star Jar.
Star Jar is really the whole premise.
How
of
is
this
that
movie.
not his name? How is
should've
that
been
not
Star
his name?
Star Jar Binks.
Call him up. Call up George.
You know George.
Tell him to
Come on.
re-release this for the 15th time with that one correction
Like-
all fixed.
How would that conversation go? Like, ring. Hello?
Hey, George, it's Nicholas. How you doing?
Oh, Nick, how's it going?
No, it's pretty good, pretty good. Hey, what you think of JJ's work lately?
So how's it going?
Okay, George, just hear me out. 2 words.
Okay.
Star Jar.
Star Jar?
Yes.
As in Star Jar Binks?
Yes.
God damn it, Nick.
Yep, let's do it. We're going back. We're going back.
We're going back. Getting my Star Wars time machine here. I feel like that could have been so much better.
Insane.
Yeah. Were there a better improviser here? Kelly's watching. How's it going, Kelly?
More coffee. Hey.
Hey. All right, there's OJ again.
I still can't believe
I'm not seeing OJ.
Natalie Portman had Kiera Knightley as her double in this.
Oh, yeah. And they get each other mistaken all the time.
Do they?
Well, they currently do, yeah.
I've never mistaken the two.
Well, whenever they're in public with like all that
Well,
white makeup,
You're not a
it's, like,
white man,
really hard.
okay?
Yeah.
Touche! You got me.
I mean, when you put Keira Knightley and Natalie Portman right next to each other,
They look really different to me. Like their noses are not the same at all.
well, when they were young. Oh, Jar Jar couldn't do it. Oh, it's so funny.
Every location in this movie is just like the dullest color.
Yeah.
But
That's why
every
you're saying that.
location is like based off of famous. Like this is like Venice, right? This is supposed
I
to be like a
guess.
representation of Venice, Italy.
I was thinking Hoboken, New Jersey.
I hate you so much.
Oh, dang. OJ.
And I just can't wait for the future when all our feelings get sucked out of our bodies and then we just like kind of go off into the world and just talk like this.
Talk completely. It's almost like M. Night Shyamalan directed this, but like talentless.
I'd watch that. What would the twist
There's a huge twist at
What
the
would the
end.
twist be?
Anakin is Anakin's own father.
I gotta say, Natalie's outfit is not really travel worthy.
She's peacock.
Oh, no, not at all.
like that seems ineffective to get into like a transport plane, like with that headpiece.
I'm sure
Yeah.
they have a lot of room.
Okay,
like
Keira Knightley. That's Keira Knightley. That is Natalie Portman to the right. That's there.
Okay.
See.
No, I didn't think that looked like. I didn't think
Keira
that
Knightley!
looked like Natalie Portman.
Oh, damn. I always thought the wardrobe in this movie was just so weird. Because everybody looks like they should be on the Hunger Games.
I know. Or just like it always looks like they're all destitute no matter where they are.
Yeah.
Every place in the future is poor.
Oh, wait.
These droids are super stupid.
Well, and the droids, they fall apart so easy. It's like they're just a pile of jars that they just kind of topple over.
Again, just
Wow, what's happening?
this your,
$15!
your computer does not like this.
My
I wanna
computer's
know-
rebelling against...
Again, this is the $15 version because Brian
Yeah.
doesn't know how to rent something on Amazon, so
Okay,
he
no, but he
bought
couldn't.
Phantom Menace.
No, you legit
You
can't. You have to
own
buy
Phantom
it.
Menace.
I looked it up. You have to buy
Really?
it.
You
Yeah.
cannot rent Star Wars. You can't rent any of the Star
man. Lucas, you devious bastard.
Wars. Not a single Star War can be rented.
Well, I think it's owned by Disney now, right?
Yeah.
So really, Disney.
Yeah, Disney does not like you to rent stuff. Unless it's
This
Marvel.
is just a question for people who listen to this. Like, in the future, like in the comments, let us know if this is your favorite movie, because I want to meet someone who genuinely is like,
Loves this
Phantom
movie.
Menace is the pinnacle of Star Wars.
Yeah,
Like,
I want to meet that guy who's just like, fuck everyone. The Phantom Menace is a piece of brilliant cinema history.
I want to know, like, who is like, this is it. Jar Jar did it for me.
So in the comment section, leave
I love that he keeps stealing Josie Sweetening, whatever her name is.
his
lines.
best line is from an Olson twin.
No,
Like,
that's just from the Full House. It's from like Josie Sweetening or something.
really?
Yeah, it's
I thought the Olsen twins were like, how wooed.
No, that's, yeah.
no, it's the middle
Totally.
child who says how
Is
rude.
it? I'm pretty sure it's also an Olsen twin.
I don't think
Also in the comment section, correct us on our Full House knowledge.
Yeah. We really need to tackle the Full House trivia on this.
This is the type of movie Phantom Menace is. We're about 20 minutes in, you just start talking about Full House.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And R2-D2 saves the day without anybody even knowing who he is.
God bless John Williams, because if he scored this movie to like the intensity of the emotion shown, it would just be like a fart sound the entire time. Brr, brr, brr.
It's controlled by the Hutts. You can't take her Royal Highness there. The Hutts are gangsters. If they discover her, it'll be no different than if we like.
That's the worst delivery of a line. You can't take the princess there. The Hutts are dangerous.
I guarantee you
it
that
would
way
be
it was
no
t- it-
different if
that-
we took her anywhere else.
Yeah.
I guarantee you in the script, gangsters was GANSTAS.
The Hutts are, well, yeah,
No,
because
it
George
was
is
a-
like,
it was a
the guy's
soft
got to be
R,
black who's
not
saying
a
this.
hard
He's got to
soft
be
R.
saying
And he noted that. It's a soft R here.
George here. Just caveat. That's it.
Hey, look at like that. Like you went from like, is that what George Lucas sounds like to busting out like a killer impression? That's f***ing awesome. Is this holding up for you? Like the last time you saw this was in 3rd grade. So watching it now,
I didn't like it in 3rd grade though. Like this to me was always a boy movie, and I wanted to watch like the Little Princess.
but there's 2 princesses in here.
Yeah, but this is a straight up boy movie. Like the main antagonist is painted red and black, and everybody fought with lightsabers, and like it was about spaceships, and the little boy is the feature, and I was like, man, I don't.
So
Barbies.
with that Barbies.
I wanted to play with Barbie.
I would also watch a movie about little boys in the future.
Yes. So how do you feel about the new movies now that Rey is the main character?
Okay, so I'm.
Do you have a woman crush on Rey?
I don't.
No?
I don't. I'm glad.
Are you still like, this is a boy movie?
No, I liked. So when I got into high school, I watched all of the Star Wars films again, and I really got into the older ones. And because I thought they were like, I was like, this is good cinema. Like this is really well made.
You were very civilized in high school. This is great cinema.
This is so well made. Yes,
Majestic.
So
Well constructed film.
I enjoyed it.
Jolly
so
good.
much.
But you watched in high school.
Right, I was watching it in high school and I enjoyed them. And then when they decided to relaunch them, like I know I'm getting distracted. I get like into movies.
Yeah.
Credit to the movie.
Yeah.
I keep honestly getting pulled in
Honestly,
and
Well
No.
constructed film.
It's because Natalie Portman really is such a great actress. And this is her,
I
like-
mean, she's probably the best actress in this movie, which is really saying something, considering she's surrounded by Ian McGregor and Liam Neeson. This is post Schindler's List, by the way.
Is it post Train Spotting though?
Is it? I don't
yeah.
know. Is it?
I would bet so.
I feel like this is Ewan. It's right.
Yeah, I feel like Ian McGregor already did Trainspotting. And now
Ewan
he's-
McGregor.
I feel like that's what would have launched him into this. Like Lucas would have been watching that, like, oh, I like the way he shoots heroin. That's a Jedi. He's shooting the midichlorians into him.
I really just don't think. I don't think they were a good pair to cast together. Like they don't have chemistry.
His clothes literally blend in with the wall.
Well, I mean, this movie can be summed up with just the word beige, wouldn't you say?
For real? Oh, absolutely. When you guys watch a movie with a lot of deserts in it, do you get a kind of a headache or anything? Or?
No, I love Sahara with Matthew McConaughey.
I don't know if that's quite the setting you're looking at.
So hot. But do I like Ray?
Oh yeah.
I like.
You never answered the question. You ADD'd your way through it.
I feel like they were just trying to play two girls, and like it wouldn't have been an organic decision. Does that make sense? Like it feels inauthentic a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you could, and it was completely predictable. Like you saw it coming. You were like, well,
So,
of course they're gonna try and spice it up and cast a woman, like as if that was something that would make it spicy, you know?
But so, okay, here's my question, because like I don't disagree.
I like it. I still like the film.
Yeah. Oh, I think she's hot as hell.
Oh, Daisy really.
Oh, damn. Whenever she takes that staff and starts beating the crap out of people.
I can't remember anyone's name.
Yeah, I was about to say, can you name 5 people in the new Star Wars?
Han Solo,
Ray.
Okay.
Chewbacca, Ray,
Okay.
Finn, Poe Dameron.
There we
Wait,
go.
no, wait.
Oh, damn.
Hold on. She's no
Real
longer.
fan.
She's no longer Princess Leia. She now goes by, what is it?
General Organa.
General Organa.
Dude, I'm a Star Wars nerd, okay? Don't even play that.
I like their kid though. I think Adam Driver is like.
Yeah.
I think the chemistry in this film, the way they casted it, works so much better, and I think
Yeah.
that's the biggest issue with the Phantom Menace and
Oh, the prequels, the casting is horrible.
the casting. The casting is like really, because this is like George Lucas's scripts are never gonna change. They're always gonna kind of be like this. But they did such a bad job casting because I don't think they did it the same way they used to do it in the past, which was like get new kind of unheard actors and like not do it for the hype, but do it for the ensemble. Because these are
For the
really
fit.
yeah, these are really ensemble driven movies. Like everybody has this nuanced character.
I wouldn't go far as to call it nuanced, but
This poor kid.
I mean, the scene is a lot better if you put in the subtext that she's like, I want to fuck that kid.
How do you know so much? Allison go on the trip
I mean, so like, he has to be 18 by the next movie, right? At least 18.
Man, I don't know. I feel like Lucas would be weird and write that he's like 13.
I mean, so right now he's like got to be 6, 7, and there's no way she's not like 15,
I
16.
thought she was 14. Isn't she supposed to be
14?
Could be. What? I can see 14.
Yeah, I for some reason have this like firm idea she's 14.
Amidala or Natalie Portman?
Okay, so if she's
Amidala.
14,
Amidala.
I
mean, like-
14. I don't know how old MP is.
on a good day, this kid is like 9. So like, in the next movie,
Man.
we could very much be seeing some pedophilia happening.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Which, I mean,
it's right up there with, you know,
you need something to spice
brother
it
and
up.
sister making out, so.
Yeah.
George Lucas just has a weird thing going on.
In the original, again, I got this from the internet, so I don't know, but in the original Star Wars, I think there was a scene where when Luke comes in to rescue Leia from her cell, he makes a remark about like a piss bucket she has. Like it's in the original
What?
script. I'm pretty sure, like, again, internet,
God,
so
I
take with a
hope
grain of
so.
salt, but it's like that he remarks on like, what's that smell or something, and that everyone in the crew was like, why? Back when they did say why to George Lucas.
Wait, but I was reading on I got one of those like Facebook videos like facts you didn't know about Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it was one of the facts was the first like cut of the movie was 36 hours long
Oh, of Phantom Menace or of A New Hope?
of A New Hope.
Dude, there are so
Longer.
many deleted scenes from the original. Like in the original, whenever you're introduced to Luke, like he's like this kid, and he kind of comes out and he like looks at the sky and he sees like all the starfighters like blowing up and stuff in the atmosphere, and he's like, oh man, and so he goes to the star.
Is that it was George like George Lucas here. I need you to see a little more like oh man.
Aw,
when you
gee.
come out. If you could be more farm boy.
He goes to Luke literally goes to the equivalent of like the Tatooine arcade and like to go hang out with his buds. And he was like, man, I just saw all these starfighters blowing up and I wish I was part of the rebellion. Aw, gee.
Wait, is this the deleted scene?
This is a deleted
Okay.
scene. It's a real
Wait,
scene.
he had friends.
He had friends on Tatooine.
There were other people. I'm always still confused. Like, I just felt like they lived alone on a deserted planet.
Each person has their own planet.
No, just like
Hey, what are you doing here? Get on.
Also, like, who on which side were Luke's relatives?
Ooh,
What?
there you go.
Yeah,
The
was
light
it?
side or the dark side?
No.
They were the white
Talking
meat.
about Star Wars.
They were the white. They were the white meat on
No,
the,
were they
on his
were
mommy
they-
or daddy.
Yeah, mom or dad's side. Were they Han's Solo's
Okay.
Wait.
So
family, or were they?
wait.
Now
Wait,
we're getting
no,
into the
I'm sorry.
genealogy of
Luke is
Star
not
Wars.
Han Solo's son,
But this just in, Luke Skywalker's actually Han Solo's long lost son.
I do kind of want to watch it while thinking that.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so wait. Okay,
My bad,
so
my bad. Are they?
I think the rest of this is just us
family?
correcting you on Star Wars.
Are they Anakin's family or
I think
Queen Amidala?
it's Amidala because
Amidala, but I thought Princess Leia ended up with Amidala's family.
Okay.
And this
okay.
is actually
hell.
I can
Anakin.
actually answer this question.
Oh hell.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
All right, I'm gonna take a mouthful of popcorn for a second.
To get the mouth nice and properly
Yep.
dry.
Yep. All right. So, here's the deal. All right. So, Anakin Skywalker and Padme Amidala, they have this like secret romance. He knocks her up. They're not married. Boo.
I really hope this is on a flow chart in your office.
Yeah. Yeah. And he becomes like Anakin becomes evil, and she literally dies of a broken heart.
Yeah.
That's
not-
how she dies, and they have to save the twin babies.
Realistic.
And Obi-Wan Kenobi saves the twin babies and basically distributes them so that Anakin can't find them. So Leia goes and stays with the Organa from not Tatooine, from not Yavin 4. What's the planet that gets exploded in A New Hope? Help me out here. Where my nerds at? Where my nerds at?
Jupiter.
So
Jupiter.
Leia goes to Jupiter, and then Luke is sent to go stay with Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru.
Uncle Owen.
Aunt Beru! Who eventually become Skeletors.
Barbecued.
Yeah, on Tatooine. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but who are they related? Like, why are they uncle and aunt?
Okay,
Because
so
they
that
talk
part
about
I'm
his
not-
father.
It'd just be weird to call him Owen and Beru. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, but I'm pretty positive they talk about the dad. They were like, your father, blah, blah, blah.
I honestly can't remember because that's in Attack. No, that's in Revenge of the Sith, which I haven't seen like basically since it came out. After the Phantom Menace, like I basically watched Attack of the Clones in theaters, never watched it again, and then Revenge of the Sith in theaters, never watched it again. So like,
Because I just had that question because I was like, wait, they can't be related to Anakin because he born like basically of the Force.
okay, wait, I have to pause and just acknowledge that there's just a tennis ball thrower spray painted silver on here, like it's some kind of technical, There, see it? See it?
No one will notice. It's a future ball.
It's like obviously.
Oh, the highlight. Oh my god. He's not perfect.
I'll show you my razor. I'm building a pond.
C-3PO's naked.
Oh my god, that's so sad.
So, when you watched the second movie in theaters, did you have hope?
Yes. I had hope until the sand discussion, and then I was like, F this movie. I can't.
Fuck this movie and any future movies.
A lot of people said that at the sand discussion point. It's just so coarse, and it gets in between.
And it gets
your
everywhere.
jaws. No, love me.
I mean, these are real issues that we all have with sand.
It's called exfoliation. It's how you get soft skin.
Go to the beach, come back, don't have regrets. I don't think it's going to happen.
You don't even need to go to the beach on these
That's
planets.
Keira Knightley.
Oh, totally.
Fun fact, I saw Pride and Prejudice in theaters 7 times.
So that's the next movie we're gonna do.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
And I am a big Keira Knightley
That
fan.
is
I
the
thought that was
ultimate chick
her.
flick.
Like, wow, were any of those on the same day?
No.
Oh.
No, I had to think about
So
it.
7 different times you woke up and went, I need to go to that location and see that on a big screen.
Yeah, so as you now
That's a lot of money.
understand.
That's
But
at
okay, but
least
movie prices were cheaper back then.
like $7.
What is this, the
Like
50s?
5.
$5 still.
Yeah. You know, and then at some point,
I mean, if it was all matinee showings.
Yeah.
Let's discuss the economics of movie theaters for a moment.
You know, at some point it went to the dollar theater.
It would
Yeah.
yeah, it would make as much sense as the Senate here discussing midichlorians or whatever the hell they're doing.
People are listening to this like, what the fuck are they talking about?
I do love that on these sand planets they do just use Tupperware.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist out here. We must survive in our life. Excuse me.
Oh, Jar Jar.
Has anybody ever seen a pod race?
Anybody want a peanut? Anybody seen a pod race?
I'm the only human who can do it.
You must have Jedi reflexes if you
How many planets in the Star Wars universe can you name, Brian?
Wait, how many where?
How many
what?
planets? Because when you asked us earlier about planets, all I was like was Tatooine and
Okay, so Tatooine. Well, now that you've asked me, I can't even think of Tatooine, Dagobah, Yavin 4, Coruscant. Oh man, Hoth.
No one can kill a Jedi.
Shoot. There's the
which one's Yoda on?
I came back.
Yoda's on Dagobah.
Dagobah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a system. Incorrect.
They never really. I always wondered that because like they never quite differentiated between is this the planet of Dagobah within the Dagobah system?
Time out.
Okay.
Is his mom a slave?
Yes.
Okay.
They're all slaves.
They tackle some issues in the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
How did you end up out here in the outer?
If you ask me, it's like Phantom Menace and 12 Years a Slave.
Oh my god.
Both saying the
They're
same.
both really up there.
Both saying the same things. If you ask
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
must acquire parts with you.
Wait, not moolah to trade.
These junk dealers must have a weak.
This movie is just like a visual hangover. Like it's just nothing but a headache the
There's
entire
just-
time.
It's every frame is just bland.
This is Star Wars. Like,
And everything's so bland.
it's so bland.
You could enter my pod.
Anakin.
You could enter my pod.
Watto doesn't know I've built it. You could make him.
Watto doesn't know that I built a pod racer. How could he? He only owns a junkyard and like all the parts.
But Mom, I love it.
We didn't even address the fact
This was
that
bad.
like
Mom, I love it.
and he's even doing the pouty face. Ugh. Poor kid. This poor kid.
But also that mom is so downtrodden. She like can't even be like, I die every time you do it. Anakin. Ho hum.
All the emotion has been beaten out of her.
See, the biggest problem in this universe is nobody helps each other.
No,
Biggest
the biggest problem in this universe is that kids don't listen to their fucking parents.
He won't enunciate. Mom, you said this.
No. I will risk my son's life.
I may not like it, but he can help you.
He can help you so you can build your ship and be on your way. Because we all want to get out of here.
Because we're slaves, so screw it.
Really, at the end of the day, does our life even matter?
How many facial expressions do you think Liam Neeson makes in this movie? Here's one.
I think you counted them all.
Yep. Okay. Just making sure.
The Queen will not be hurt.
Queen doesn't need to know.
You're a Jedi. How do you not know that that's the Queen?
Okay. I think Qui Got Jinn is the hippie of the Jedis. He really is rocking the longest hair, and throughout, he really is just messing around with stuff. Like, he
just does
cheats
stuff.
this guy out here, and he does on his own. Like, everyone else is usually worried about, I don't know, the Force, and then Qui-Gon's just kind of like, brr, brr, brr.
It wasn't my fault. Really.
but flashed me. You try to make it through that alive?
I want to know how this boy got cast.
Like, for real, that's just what I was thinking.
I mean, like,
Have you ever seen Jingle All the Way
no.
with Arnold Schwarzenegger? He's the kid in Jingle All the Way.
Was George like?
Yeah.
George here. I just want to. That kid from Jingle All the Way. It's like sounds like Sarah Palin now. Yeah, kid from Jingle All the Way.
From my house.
Well,
Jake Lloyd's the perfect Anakin Skywalker.
I really feel like he would have been the best Anakin. Can we get him in here? We're just gonna take a red pencil and just start crossing things out, casting one person.
Arnold, and you are here to ask me about the Jake Lloyd kid from my movie.
Yeah, I am. I just think he'd be so good, in this film. And we got some Portman. We got some Knightley.
Oh, wow.
Well, you were about to have some Lloyd in on the action. He was great. He was like all sorts of like,
Do you think he could eventually get feelings for a Portman or a Knightley?
How much older is the Portman from him?
What if this plan fails, Master?
Older?
Enough to be creepy.
I think he's right up your alley.
So George Lucas is writing the script, watching Jingle All the Way. It's got it
There's
on.
something about this boy.
Just got it on in the background.
Qui-Gon has got to be like the worst Jedi of all time. Like he... There's something about this
You
boy.
don't
Trying
think
to
Anakin
think.
was the worst Jedi of all time?
Well, he was just a dick. Qui-Gon is just like a clueless Jedi.
Things before they happen. That's why he appears to have such quick reflexes.
He's just the guy who sounds confident, but
He's just dumb as a
but doesn't
brick.
know anything. Like, you should cross the street now.
Yeah.
And it's like 5 o'clock traffic. I don't know, Liam.
I have foreseen it.
The force is unusually strong. Once it's clear.
Not to mention at the end that
Oh man! And here's
the
what we
best part.
realize: there was no father. So you're saying your boy is Jesus?
I forgot about this part.
I just don't get why was she picked? Why I feel
This
like
actress?
No, well, yes, but also like who is his mother? I need more backstory on her. Like she must have lived a life to be like, I'm a slave, and then I suddenly got pregnant. I don't know how I got pregnant.
Like she's just completely.
Where's
like her head is just all
where's
over.
her?
the
But like that is a movie in itself. Like I feel, and now like I'm willing to let my boy risk his life to do these things to help these strangers because
Yeah.
They had to cut all of that to put in more Jar Jar.
Right.
I'm in the boonta race tomorrow.
And here's Greedo before he was, shot first.
This really is like when those old cartoons would go like, it's not Scooby-Doo, it's Scooby-Doo Jr. and Friends. Like this is
No,
Star Wars Jr.
We literally see a young Greedo.
Hey, Jar Jar, keep away from those energy binders. If your hand gets caught in the beam, it's gonna go numb for hours.
so he touches it.
Oh, gee. Got him right in the face with an energy bar.
Back to the worst Jedi. I think I'm with you on Qui-Gon on that. Qui Jinn.
Okay, full disclosure, whenever I was a kid, this whole bit with Jar Jar getting stuck in the pod racer, I was legitimately laughing.
It's
I
kinda
actually
funny.
thought it was kind of funny.
This thing's gonna run. It will.
It's time we found out. Yeah, use those power sources.
Yes, sir.
Come on, get to
Yes, sir. Let's race that. Why is
He's
no one
totally-
like he's literally in there? Why is no one helping him?
He's very odd.
Okay, but it's still in there.
His tongue?
No. No. That's what she said.
Hey! Hey, yo! Yes, it's working. No, what? You're kidding me. I couldn't
Look
tell.
at that lack of
She's stone faced.
She's like, good for you. It's working.
I think the faces of Stonehenge have more emotion.
Yeah.
There's so many. Do they all have a system of planets?
Okay. Again, not haven't paid attention to this, but what is he not? What is Qui-Gon not doing? What is he neglecting by hanging out with this little kid? Like he is just. Is he protecting the queen because he's sucking at it? Is he on a mission because he's sucking at it?
No, they're like stuck there. They can't do anything because they crash there.
Oh, did they crash there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they didn't crash. They were like, their hyperdrive was all busted. They were like, what's the closest planet? Tatooine, boo.
Okay.
Okay.
And so they came down and then, stumbled upon this kid.
Here we go.
And Count Sojoy.
The readings off the chart. Over 20,000.
I did like that part because I was really into Dragon Ball Z as a kid. So whenever they were like, his power level's over 9,000, I was able to like be on this level, be like, whoa, over 20,000.
Whoa! He could go Super Saiyan.
A Super Saiyan with a lightsaber. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd hit it.
That's basically like if Superman had a lightsaber and the Force.
But then wouldn't we have to say that like Obi-Wan was also a bad Jedi because he just like ignored certain things Anakin was doing?
Well, but like he's still the Padawan. Like he's still. Am I saying that right? Padawan.
Padawan?
He's Padawan.
George here. It's Padawan.
Maybe you could get it right.
Padatu.
I don't
But-
want to get an attitude.
Yeah,
but-
like Obi-Wan, he's just like, the trainee. So he's just watching.
He's
Master
along for the ride.
Qui-Gon,
Yeah.
And he's just like,
Wow, so he's learning from the worst.
yeah.
Wow.
I'm
'Cause,
learning
like-
everything not to do.
Qui-Gon dies.
You know
and
what?
then-
That makes-
So he never. How does?
Spoilers.
No, sorry.
I mean,
You haven't seen it?
that makes total sense though. Like when Obi-Wan in the original movie, when he's fighting Darth Vader and then lifts his arm up and lets him kill him. That's totally a Qui-Gon move.
Yeah.
Like, Master.
I learned from the best.
No. Then what is this guy? Oh.
Now, this
Also,
is
is that a
Watto.
diaper that he's wearing?
It's a loincloth. I have a great faith in the boy.
Is this
so
like
now
this is like
the
a
Russian.
a Russian racial stereotype?
Yeah, this is like Tevya.
This is like the worst stereotypes ever.
rich man.
If I had a rich pod.
It's like, how many cultures can we offend with one movie? He always wins.
Had the one on the roof.
I'll take that bet.
Pretty sure that's against like some Jedi code. Like baseball players can't bet. What Jedis can't bet.
Jedis, there's no way.
Sexist.
Well, the mom is boring as hell. At least
She literally birthed a child without a man.
And probably had the same facial expression as she has throughout it. Oh man, I'm pregnant.
Oh, gee.
Oh man, there's a baby.
his mother. Man.
Okay, so we're what? 3 hours into this movie?
Unethical.
No, he totally cheats.
And Darth Maul just showed up for like a split second. So this whole time, there's no bad guy. There's no force driving.
Yeah, there
this
is
movie.
no, and currently there's like zero antagonist.
Yeah.
They're just up against life right now.
Wait, who's his little friend and why is he there?
What, Jake's friend? Anakin's friend?
Anakin's friend.
Because,
Is he in his pit crew?
Do you get a pit crew?
Yeah, I don't know who this strange kid is.
If this movie was all pod racing, would it be better?
Well, okay. In all fairness, the pod racing scene is probably the coolest scene in the whole
Yeah,
thing.
so let's say we make this movie, let's reverse it. So it's not Star Wars. Like they just get on this planet and for the rest of the movie, it's about these kids, his crew manager right there next to him, and these kids are just like lubing up and getting that pod race ready to go. As I was saying
That is a sentence that should never be said. All these kids are lubing up.
As I was saying it, I was like, should I say this?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
It's like the art department like built everything great, and then like George Lucas just came with like a bowl of dirt and just like started
Yeah.
throwing it on everything.
You know what would make this a whole lot better? If it was real bland. Meh. Meh.
What are we gonna call the language? Hutties.
Hutties.
Awesome. Woo!
Oh, Basset Hound.
Getting pumped for the pod race. Woof.
This is the best scene in the movie.
Okay, there are some highlights to this movie. This,
That little egg thing.
the egg thing, when it ends.
Yeah, I mean, the pod racing scene is great. The Duel of the Fates is great. The big fight scene at the end.
I don't think I'm gonna have time.
Everything,
for it.
you could cut out everything in between and it would be wonderful.
When's the Topher Grace edit gonna come out?
Wait, what?
Have you guys not heard about that?
No.
A few years ago, Topher Grace got bored after that 70s show, and he took all 3 of the Star Wars prequels and edited them down to one movie.
Oh, yeah.
Just because he was bored, and he showed it to his friends, and they were all like, that's amazing. Like, it's so much better than the 3 movies.
Well, because, yeah, I think in that cut, like, they basically cut this whole movie except for the Duel of the Fates.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just goes straight
And
into the second one.
Yeah.
Because really, the only thing that we accomplished in this movie is discovering Anakin Skywalker.
And we killed his mom.
And we killed his mom.
That's our 2 goals.
A local boy, Anakin Skywalker here. Anakin, tell me how you feel.
Oh, gee! I'm so excited to be here! I just hope that Sepulpa doesn't flash me again with his power converters!
Wow, what a...
Advertising last time!
Jar Jar fart.
Yippee!
You know what the last trilogy lacked? A lot of poot jokes.
Dude, literally.
A lot of
it's just a bunch of,
dookie humor.
bad cartoon fart jokes.
Oh, Sepulpa is going to... Oh, he's pulls the thing out, oh god! Evil Sepulpa.
Oh, boy. Okay,
Somehow, without saying a
Sebulba
word, that's
here.
racist, I think.
Yeah.
You won't walk away from this one, you slave scum.
Racist.
How can we make this guy look bad? Maybe he can twirl his mustache. He has a mustache? Or no, tentacles. He can twirl it. It's
Yeah,
the
he
same thing.
twirls his tentacles.
And he calls him Panta Voodoo.
Oh, God.
Is Obi-Wan still on the ship? Is he still living left on the ship?
I don't know
Oh,
where
yeah, no,
Obi-Wan has
Obi-Wan's
been.
just chilling this whole time.
Like, it's the equivalent of, like, Qui-Gon was like, I'll be back in 5, and, like, just didn't come home for a week.
Oh, wait, can
Qui-Gon went out for a pack of cigarettes and never came back. And he came home with a little boy.
Can we talk about how Qui-Gon started off as the father figure, like, and
Yeah.
built this relationship? And at what point, like, at no point does Obi-Wan make a thing, but suddenly in the second movie, we're like, oh, Obi-Wan is this, like, father figure,
Yeah.
like, mentor. Like, how did that establish itself? Like,
Because he, like, promises Qui-Gon to train the boy. Train the boy.
Train the boy, train the boy.
yeah, Qui-Gon made a dumb decision there.
Qui-Gon was just really
That's
batting
the
a thousand
tagline of the
through all
movie.
this.
But he comes across as so smart.
Anybody sounds smart if they're British and speak very dryly.
It's true. It's true.
The Jedi are far too reckless. The Queen is not.
Queen trusts my judgment, young handmaiden.
That is the Queen, you idiot. Worst Jedi ever.
You assume too much.
This is like... It's like the movie After Earth, where they literally took away all emotions. Like, that's the point of the movie. You know, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
aliens there. It's like George Lucas was a visionary because he thought of that shit first.
Like, you know what's going to really make this a whole lot better? What if we just make everyone completely bland and emoteless?
Like, it's... Beige sums up their facial expressions, too. Their
This whole
facial
movie
expressions
is
are the
beige.
equivalent of beige.
There was a... did you ever play the Phantom Menace video game?
Is
No.
the pod racing one, right?
Pod racing
It's
game
probably more
is
fun than this.
legitimately cool.
Yeah.
There's Greedo
Why are you
again.
covering your eyes? Why is he covering?
Oh, gee! I always wanted to get
how
Anakin's
far
helmet.
are we into this movie?
I think we're about half.
Whoa, okay. There was a guy who just showed up in there. I'm pretty sure he was the main guy in that movie, Willow, the one with the short dwarves, or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, with Val Kilmer.
Yeah, that guy he was in there for a split second. I swear to God, I just saw the little Willow or whatever his name is.
Well, you know E.T. is in this, right? Like, there's a bunch of E.T.s in the Senate.
Oh, I was thinking in the crowd. Are they in the Senate?
Yeah, they're in the
Nah.
Senate. I'll point them out.
Bunch of extraterrestrials in the Senate, if you ask me.
Classic.
This is like the egg character.
Oh, no! Boom! There goes Skywalker. Go. Why the hell did they make his nickname Annie, of all things? Literally, when his
What
mom
was it
dies,
gonna
he
be
becomes
like?
little orphan Annie.
Can?
Kinkin.
Can?
Come here, Kinkin.
Or just Anakin.
Annie Can.
Okay, because girls give nicknames. Girls give nicknames. Like, I would call, if I was dating Anakin Skywalker, I would be calling him Annie.
Really? So he'd be like, I hate sand. It's so coarse.
It'd be like, shut the f up, Annie.
This OkCupid date's over, Annie.
Last time I used Tinder.
He kept talking about sand, moving stuff with his hands. And then bring the basset hound. Hello.
So cute.
The basset hound has infiltrated.
No, no.
What percentage of movies do you think could be improved by halfway through they just cut to 2 minutes of footage of just dogs?
Of a basset hound?
Of a basset hound or just dogs?
I was going to say, it has to be a basset hound, because any other kind of dog.
Basset hound to banjo music.
I feel like the Basset Hound is really like the king of dogs. Like, he
pretty great.
acts like the most like an aging king.
He's a very regal kind of dog. Boulder Dash.
He has like the perfect amount of like layered skin fat.
I do believe.
And like his face, he heard food and was like, I'm here.
Yeah.
He drinks beer. He just rolls around.
He totally used to have the his original voice they used to give him was definitely near something like this. But then I just started to realize the IQ of the dog, and his voice kept getting dumber and dumber. Oh man, you got to go in like 15 minutes, don't you?
I do.
Dang it.
I thought this was only supposed to be an hour and 30 minutes. We started it at like 3, right?
I think so.
So it should have been done by now.
Like even the person making the DVD thing is like, I only watched 90 minutes of it. I don't know if that's how long it is. That's just how long I watched it.
We could, well, literally, since this episode is already like pretty long, I'm not. We've
Well, you
done
do
about an
own
hour
it.
and 18 minutes.
We've gone an hour and 18.
Yep.
It's felt like 5 hours.
It felt way longer. This is.
It's the Phantom Menace, man.
This movie is a time machine.
Yeah.
This movie is the 90s in its prime. Like, this is 90s cinema in its like technological prime.
Yeah, really.
This
The only
scene.
only thing that's missing in this movie is like frosted tips.
And really, the highlights on Annie. Just.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
Like, I feel like the Looney Tunes can show up at some point in this scene, and it would make sense.
Completely. Like he
movie, man.
he passes by Goofy.
Yeah.
Gorsh.
Like, Bugs out there like, hey, what up, Doc?
Okay, so what if Disney re-releases these movies, except they put in all the animated Disney characters?
Oh my gosh, no, what if Disney re-released this movie, but it was also just Space Jam?
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah, right? Like
The Monstars.
I mean,
but like Michael Jordan has to agree to be in it.
we're all in agreement that Space Jam is the best movie, right?
Space Jam is one of the best movies.
Yeah.
I saw Pride and Prejudice 7 times. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I mean, I've seen Space Jam 27 or 28.
I actually don't remember
in
this
theaters,
part.
though.
Oh, that's right.
That's because none of us watched it.
I don't remember this, where one of his engines falls off.
It is good engine design. How can we
look
make
at that.
this?
He just,
How
like,
can we make
pulls,
this
like,
sturdy?
A magnet?
What?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
That is quick.
That was actually really cool. I don't remember that at all. I don't think.
Jeff Bezos included some deleted.
So
put in
anyone
some
who's
extra footage
watching,
on from
Anakin
Amazon.
totally just uses the Force to like grab a
No,
thing
he didn't use
and
the
like
Force. He
fix his
uses a
engine.
magnet. He used science.
That was a
That was a
magnet.
magnet. He pulled out a magnet and like suctioned it back.
I'm gonna use my
to it.
midichlorians to get this.
It looks like the Force,
No,
okay?
he doesn't. He looks like a magic wand at best.
Whatever.
Metal magic
Come to
wand.
find out, that's all the Force is. They just have magnets in their suits.
I mean, the Force does kind of seem like a magnet.
Yeah.
It's a magnet.
Wait, what planet are they on? Naboo.
Brown.
Wait, what planet is Luke from?
Tatooine.
How is it that no one talked about Anakin Skywalker to Luke Skywalker?
I don't know.
Why wasn't Luke doing pod racing? That seems to be the thing.
Yeah.
Why wasn't there more gambling?
Why is this movie?
Why does Tatooine seem way more populated than...
Well, that's why they decided to move it to Jakku, which is basically Tatooine but with a different name.
Wait, they moved it to what?
This is what I asked you. I asked you where he was... Oh my god.
Well, no, okay, no. So Rey is from Jakku, which is literally just Tatooine, but it's a different planet, but it's basically the same
Oh,
planet.
it's like
Speaking
the
of which,
renovated district.
Where
like
do you think
Paseo.
Rey comes from? Do you think they're going to make Rey like another version of Anakin and she was just immaculately conceived from the Force?
I think that he is either.
She. Sexist.
I think
that she is either a Kenobi, or I think that she's just straight up Darth Bratface's sister. I think that she's either a Kenobi or a Solo.
Oh, Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turd face Ren. Darth Millennial, really.
Kenobi. I love him though.
Adam Driver.
I think Adam Driver did such a good job. But yeah, I do agree. I think George Lucas has a lot of explaining to do as to why he's so angry.
Yeah. I went to college and spent all that money on loans and I couldn't get a job.
Okay, this pod race sequence, again, not bad, but this is taking up 30 minutes of a Star Wars movie.
Also, can we talk about how that kind of looks like Japanese symbols?
That's racist.
Like, of course,
Well,
the
what's it going to
fast...
be in English?
No, but like, really, like every stereotype has been played in this movie.
That is dead. That is absolutely true.
I'm gonna go on record and say that The Hobbit is the Phantom Menace of the new generation.
The Phantom Menace still sucks.
I know it still sucks, but it's just
Yeah.
like a rejuvenated franchise that just
I'd
came
rather
on.
watch The Hobbit.
I would too. I loved the first one. Like
Yeah, I
the-
didn't
like,
watch after. I didn't watch Desolation of Smog or
It's
anything.
pointless after that. Like it's not the book.
And I love Benedict Cumberbatch so much.
Oh, Jonathan Cumberbun.
Who is that boy?
His
You've got a real problem with
his pick crew
with the poor little
No,
Persian
I
kid.
just mean like, why are you here? What
That
purpose-
are you?
I feel like you have to serve a purpose if you're in a movie.
Well,
What
that
purpose
he
do you serve?
when Anakin drove by, he yelled "Yippee," which means that "Yippee" is said twice in this movie.
Ah. Oh man! And this is where Sepulba loses everything. Oh, it's the worst. Oh gee! Oh man! And then he cusses. Yay!
I saw a smile on Qui-Gon, so Qui-Gon.
ever come to Spartacus of today.
Wait, how could she be an Obi-Wan?
Or Ben-Hur. I'm sorry, Ben-Hur.
How could she be a Wan?
A Wan.
A Wan, of Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan is his first name.
Yeah, how could she be a Kenobi if he was a Jedi?
What are you saying? I mean, Anakin was a Jedi. He escorted out some
it
kids.
was frowned upon heavily. That's why he kept it a secret.
So this
and
is
that's
my
what
thought.
led to the problems.
This is my thought. So after Order 66, whenever all the Jedi are exterminated and Ben Kenobi becomes the last of his kind, he goes to Tatooine to kind of be a godfather, or like he's watching over Luke from a distance, you know? Mm-hmm. But in the midst of that, he falls in love with like a sand person, escorts out Rey, boom.
But like, do you think he would just abandon Rey?
I don't know.
The sand people travel in packs.
Her midichlorian count's pretty high, apparently.
It was probably an orgy.
And they travel side by side.
Somehow you knew it.
Life lesson. If you have a gambling problem,
Eventually you'll lose.
please dial.
Oh, dang.
Again, at this point, there is no bad guy in this movie.
yeah.
There's no plot to this movie still.
Stuff just happens. This is kind of like the room of science fiction movies.
Oh my god, Kenobi got off the plane.
Yeah.
I'm going back. I'm unfinished business. I won't be long.
What sense we've picked up another pathetic life form?
Burn.
Dang.
That's the best line in the movie.
It's salty.
Yes, Master. It shouldn't take long.
Come on, hip.
That's how you ride a horse. I mean, or how you ride anything with four legs.
So Qui-Gon's been away from his Padawan for like a week,
I'll tell you what.
then just leaves him again.
Mom, so fun. Look at all the money we have. My goodness, but that's so much.
Look at all the emotion on her face.
My goodness.
Did you hear that?
Oh god, it's so bad.
Your dreams come true, Annie. You're free.
Mom is sad.
Will you take him with you? Is he to become a
I'm pretty sure every single one of her lines has been 80 yards.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
Nothing happens by accident.
You mean I get to come with you in your starship?
God, kill me.
Starship.
No way!
To become a Jedi is not an easy challenge.
George here. Can we make the boy just a little more awful?
It's one of always trained.
Oh, gee. Okay, I'll try to crank up the awfulness.
Could you just whine a little more?
Do you think they ADR'd her with an actress who was more wooden? Like maybe she actually gave emotion. She emoted
Yeah, the
during this
original
scene.
performance was like very Oscar worthy.
Also, can we talk about how he never once, as her son, like was like, "Hey, are you free?" Like,
Yeah, no, he's like,
just
I'm
me.
free. Fuck you, mom.
Oh man, little shit.
Oh, there it is.
Lucas, you son of a bitch.
Is she free too?
No.
You're coming with us, aren't you, Mom?
I guess not. You have to go with this strange man now. I guess that's your life.
Don't worry, he has candy.
This Jedi lost his puppy. You go help him find it.
Oh, hello.
You basket hound of love.
Big, huge basset hound.
any more than you can stop the suns from setting?
The sons.
Because there's 3 of them.
There's 2. It's Tatooine. Idiot.
Tattooing. I get it.
Oh.
Makes sense now. Make sense now.
For the listeners, really, who is Anakin? Who is Luke's uncle? Like, what's family side? I feel like we still have yet to clear that up.
Haven't quite figured that one out.
Uncle Owen. I think they're
I can't remember what the relation is between
like
the family
does
and
at
the
some
Barus.
point doesn't like no, the family who took in Leia,
I felt like
didn't they drop Luke off on Tatooine? So they know him. Probably.
The Organa. I don't know if the Organas dropped them off or if it was Kenobi. I think it was Kenobi.
also Kenobi dropped the boy off with like the poorer one, and then like decided to stick around. Like, was Kenobi like placing bets? Like, he's gonna be the one to save us. You know?
I know. We were really messed up on the last Skywalker, but this one's gonna be the one.
Between the girl and the boy, it's the boy.
Definitely the boy.
You know, is he like, I'm gonna let the girl fall in the mom's footsteps and become a princess.
Yeah, I mean, she'll be good about carrying around some plans, getting captured and then rescued and stuff. But really, it's the boy who's gonna be strong with the Force.
Also, like, does Leia not have the Force?
Okay, so she kind of does, but they never really give her Force powers. Like,
Leia?
she's a Skywalker.
She's able to hear, so she's got eavesdropping powers.
Every woman has those powers. Every woman has those powers.
I heard you.
Oh no.
Sorry, we watched this movie too long. We were racially stereotyping.
Anybody need a LaCroix or anything?
I need to leave soon.
Yes! Alright, I'm gonna get something to drink. I'll be right back.
And we just leave in like 2 minutes.
But you're leaving at the height of emotion.
We should have started this 30 minutes ago.
We should have started this yesterday.
The soundtrack, though, real points, great soundtrack.
John Williams is composing his ass off, and it's just not matching.
Like, oh, the acting is so bad in this.
It's
film.
like this would fit better if they took this score and put it to the Jackass movie.
I feel bad. I feel like we could make this film, like a college class could recreate
what
this
not to do.
film, and it would be better acted, like of the same effect.
Well, it's just that, I mean, the dialogue is just so wooden.
But I mean, it's not even. You can make the dialogue. You can make it work.
Okay, then say sand. It's so coarse. Do his line, and let's see if you can nail it.
Okay, let's see what you.
Okay.
I feel like you have to give me that.
What did she do to lead him in? Okay, I'll just give you a lead in.
Okay.
Tell me about sand.
No, I think he literally just brings it up out of nowhere.
Well, no, like, what's the scene? Like, they're looking over.
They're
and
looking
it's just
over.
Like, it's so
like
pretty
a
here.
romantic thing.
Yeah.
Annie, what are your thoughts on sand?
No, save the movie, Nora. Single-handedly save the movie.
Guys, I'm not Meryl Streep, but okay. To do this in a straight face, okay. So, like, to get into this character, I'm sorry, I touched your knee.
That's all good.
How do you get into the Anakin mindset?
Okay, I'm Anakin. I've been having bad dreams.
Beige.
I was once a slave. Now I'm free. I'm kind of cocky because I'm like, what? How old is he? Like 16 now?
Let's say 12.
He's like a teenager, so he's like, oh, I have all these hormones, and I have this pretty woman, and I can't date her because I'm a Jedi.
Annie, what do you think about
And no one
sand?
trusts me. Oh, sand, it's so coarse. It gets everywhere. I think I really nailed it.
That was
like,
more
The
emoting.
sand is a metaphor.
The sand is a metaphor. Obviously, the sand was a metaphor in this. Man, sand.
Have you ever noticed, like, the Star Wars universe, they do not
So
understand the
coarse.
concept of wheels.
They don't under.
Except for that one droid.
Well, okay, well, he's a ball. He's not wheels, though. And, like, this guy's sitting on a
Tomato,
chair with
tomato.
legs that's crawling around like a spider. That's not comfortable. AT-AT walkers, where's the wheels? They're using legs,
That's
easily
true.
tripped by wires.
I mean, again, the droids that the Jedis keep taking out are literally like an inch thick. Like a breeze could knock them over.
The engineers in the galaxy of the Star Wars universe they are not that bright.
They are lacking.
They've mastered interstellar space travel, but they haven't figured out wheels.
Man, Portman scenes on her own are really the better ones.
Her inner monologue right now is, what the f*** am I doing in this movie?
Like you can see subtext in her eyes.
Yeah.
And it's, why am I
Is this
here?
where he fell in love with her? Like, she gave me a blanket, now I must love her or turn into an evil Darth Vader.
He was a slave, Nora, okay? It doesn't take much.
You seem sad.
Space
Oh
is
my god.
space is cold. You seem sad. The queen is worried.
Suffering, dying. She must convince the Senate to intervene. I'm not sure what'll happen.
We still don't know who the bad guy is.
He's appeared in 2 scenes, said nothing, and yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Darth Maul kind of had a fight.
But he, just kind of has a bad-ish feel.
It's beautiful. I don't need this to remember you back.
Is that Southern?
Right. She still sounds like Natalie Portman. Like, it's a very Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
I don't need this to remember you by. Oh, Annie.
Anakin.
Miss your mother.
Frankly, Padme, I don't give a damn.
This is right here where she fell in love with him. Just like, you miss your mommy? Oh my god.
Gosh, I feel the soundtrack is so good.
It really is.
Again, it's like A+ and just put up against like D- visuals or footage.
No, I'm telling you, it's the acting. I feel like I can handle the visuals, the footage. It is the acting. There's no chemistry. There's no life. And maybe that's George Lucas being like, okay, George here.
Okay, George.
Okay, George here.
Every day he came on the set. Okay, George here.
I just really think that you should tone it down all the way.
Do you think his favorite Instagram filter is like sepia?
Oh.
I mean, this whole movie looks like a sepia filter. There's OJ.
I thought it was sepia.
Is it? Probably is.
I think it's sepia. I've always said sepia. It is a great. We definitely don't know that he's the bad guy.
May I present Supreme Chancellor of the Lord?
Welcome, Your Highness. It's an honor.
He's in other things.
There are so many actors in these movies that have gone on to do amazing things.
Oh, I gotta go. Sorry.
Ah, boo. Okay, well, before you go, where can we find you online, dear Nora?
Oh, well.
Tag yourself.
Tag myself. Well, I'm Nora. You can follow me on Instagram at It's a Nora G Thing.
Okay.
That's
Writing it
pretty
down.
much, yeah, write that
Writing it
down.
down.
Write that down. Tag, that's about it, yeah.
That's pretty much it. And you host the
Okay,
open mic
fine, yes.
at the Barrel.
And I host the open mic at the Barrel, which is every... I know, he's so sad
He
I'm
loves
leaving.
the open mic at the Barrel.
He does. I love the open mic at the Barrel. It's a great time. It's every Tuesday. Sign-ups at 8:30. Show starts at 9. Every comic who performs gets a free drink.
Yeah.
Hey.
If you sit in the front row, you get free appetizers.
Hey.
Yeah, so you gonna go?
No.
That was
Not
really
even-
bad PR for me. Thank you.
But I will go, just not tonight. But I will be there, and I'm going to be there with bells on
With
in the
bells on.
future.
In the future. In the future. I really want to finish this out, but yeah.
No, it's okay. I don't know how much more we have of this. I think it's pretty close to being done.
Is it?
Can we just save it and then we'll come back?
They
to
literally
it?
haven't even talked. He hasn't even talked to Yoda yet. We haven't ruined Yoda yet.
There
We
is
still have 53 minutes left.
Yeah, I'm gotta go.
How?
I think you should pause it and we should resume tomorrow.
I wish we could.
Well, alas.
Alas.
All right. Bye.
Okay.
You can also find Nora at the OCU library.
Just come say hey.
She tells jokes at the library.
Come see the funny librarian.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. You're good. Okay, bye.
She's cleaning up because she knows she's being watched.
Yeah, on the Facebook Lives. I might see you tonight. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the wifey poo has planned. You know, she's all right. I gotta go rescue Nora. Hang on.
Well, I guess this is just Nicholas watches Phantom Menace now. Like, the way her face moves, especially in this makeup, and especially right now, it's like there's tape on her face.
Well, I mean, like, she can't even move her body.
something I cannot do.
So now we're at the Jedi Temple.
Guess what color? Oh, that's yellow. I haven't seen yellow.
Oh, man. Yeah, we're actually seeing different shades now.
Like,
Blue.
This movie is 90% CGI and technology. I mean, it's color. That's the easy part.
Okay.
Sammy Jackson.
This is different. This is a different version of this movie than the original that I have.
So the $15 version is like including some extra
because
footage.
Yoda or Lucas has gone back and he fixed Yoda because Yoda looked fucking crazy in the original VHS that I've got, and he fixed him with the CGI Yoda. This is weird. Because originally,
I don't remember. Was Sam Jackson here the first time?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But in the original version of this movie, Yoda was actually a physical puppet, and he looked terrible.
Wait, in Phantom Menace he was a puppet?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he looks crazy. Like, I can bring up a picture. This is so weird. I had no idea that they went and screwed with it again.
I mean, what else they got time to do?
Yeah. That's weird. Okay, I'm looking up original Phantom Menace Yoda.
It's like before each line delivery.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Weird. Yeah. So this is what
arguably the one good improvement.
My one on my VHS.
Yeah. Wow.
He looks crazy.
He looks like he looks like that old show from the dinosaurs ones where they just walked. Yeah, that's what he looks like.
I don't know why they screwed up the puppet so bad. I mean, like, it was Frank Oz doing the puppetry.
It was good in the 80s.
Yeah. But they, like, just made him look bad shit. He looks like Yoda on meth.
Like he... I don't know. It's like Lucas skipped the whole, like, cocaine era in the 80s and then just was really late to the game and started doing it, like...
I don't know.
In the 90s here.
So, okay, so this is a different version than the original Phantom Menace. George Lucas does not know how to keep his fingers off of stuff.
$15 well spent.
Hey. That's a change I'm okay with, though. Like, if you're going to mess with something, like making Yoda not look batshit crazy, I'm okay with.
So do you think all these changes come from... Lucas puts the movie on again, because like when I write, you know, and I go back and read it and stuff, I'll always change like a word or something, or like just a sentence around. So does he just have this constantly playing and going like, oh no, fix that?
I think so. I think he just he has a hindsight problem where he'll look back and be like, it could be so much better if
and
I
a writing problem and a directing problem
and an everything problem. Really good at making toys and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like, did you get all the collectible Senate?
Oh, I have
all the
my
Senate,
Senates.
all the Senate action figures?
Yeah.
Yeah, Councilman Pootie Pants?
Yeah, you're going to have to look around for... Okay, it happens whenever they're outraged. You'll see E.T. in the background somewhere. I'll see if I can point him out.
I would say politics would be improved if all their arguments came while floating in the sky.
It's the politics of the future.
Should we or should we not vote this potential pedophile to the Senate?
Look me in the eye after you get back.
Well, I was thinking no, but from this angle, seems like a great idea.
Sad face.
I don't know if that's Natalie Portman.
I don't think Portman's going to trust Knightley in the Senate situation.
I don't know. Okay, where is it? There it is! There! You see
there
it?
it is. I saw him. Little bastard.
Little bastards. ETs walking around. Grave mistake. Oh, dang. Okay, there's the Wookiees.
Earn. Wow. Oh, ow.
The Wookiees from Kashyyyk. There's the ETs! They're like
oh my
very
God.
visible.
There's like 12 of them! Like, I feel like he has a theme with the politics, or he's trying to say something.
Well, like the original Star Wars, like there was all sorts of like crazy politics and like,
yeah, that was my favorite
all
part of
this-
the original was when they discussed like the tariffs on whether on the trade deals. Yeah,
Yeah, totally. Well, that's why it's kind of funny because, like, you know, like he went through all these different revisions, and like A New Hope had been in the works for years by the time it finally got made. And in the original one, he had like all of this politics and stuff like that. It was just crazy. So you know that he's been sitting on this like, oh, I should have done it that way.
So he cut the politics down in this?
He cut the politics down in A New Hope.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
like,
So he's been wanting to
He's
really
been
have a
saving it, and
space
finally
in
he's
it.
like, we're gonna do it my way.
I think that's what happened with him for whenever he got to reboot these things. He got too powerful, and I think that's what happened with the Indiana Jones. Is that
Totally.
with the aliens and stuff? No one said no to him. Same thing with the Star Wars. Like back then, they'd be like, "That's stupid, George," but now it's like,
Oh yeah. No, all of these movies are the results of nobody having the balls to tell a person no.
like
Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
That's so weird.
that was added in too, right? Because I don't remember.
That's a big. That was a big scene.
I sense much fear in you.
But this is okay. I'm actually totally okay with them fixing Yoda.
Yeah.
Because like Yoda looks awesome in the next two movies. Like I thought he was great.
Did you like that Yoda fight scene?
I think people would have been pissed had we not seen Yoda fight at least once.
Yeah.
It
would
was better than Jar Jar. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way.
Oh yeah, the big Jar Jar fight scene. And I don't know. I would have liked like it's two old guys in for Yoda's fight in the future one. It'd be cool if like I don't know.
The only thing that drove me crazy about the Yoda fight scene in the later movies is that, like, okay, so we see in A New Hope, like, old people fighting. Like, that is definitely an old person fight.
Yeah.
I'll cut your legs off.
It's like hardcore chainmail fighting.
Yeah. But then in, like, Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, the dudes are, like, flipping all over the place and, like, doing acrobatics and all this crazy stuff.
Like if it had kept to where he wasn't jumping around and everything, and it's just like, look, he's tiny and small, but his advantage is that he mastered the Force in his mind and everything. So like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Not.
Hush, Basset Hound. Hush! Gonna lay down the law on that Basset Hound.
This Basset Hound is like, this movie's too long. Like, again,
This movie is very long.
who's the bad guy right now? Who's the bad guy?
It's a phantom.
Beige.
I will sign no treaty, Senator. My fate will be no.
Honestly, she's kind of the bad guy at this point. She's kind of pulling the wrong moves.
Yeah, she's kind of like causing all sorts of issues with government stuff.
It is clear to me now that the Republic no longer functions.
Her eye line is at the floor.
Sanity and compassion back to
I
itself.
pray you a ring. Oh, jeez. This movie.
Natalie, we need you to lift your eyes up. I can't.
It's just so
This
bad,
thing's too heavy.
man. It's so bad.
Like, nothing. It's just all so out of place. It has that feel of The Room, where like it's an acid trip kind of, because the score is great.
Yeah.
The visuals
Wait,
are
you
really
thought the
cool.
score of The Room was great?
Oh, it was amazing. A rose is what you are.
Oh, dude.
To me.
Clouded this boy's future.
What's your best? Can you do a Yoda impression?
Wait.
Come again?
That's about it.
Is he blowing someone?
Basically, in this movie, I think I can substitute his dialogue better. Just no.
No.
All these Jedi rules. Like,
Hey, man.
thank God he made the sequel to be like, you know what they needed rules. People were clamoring
Yeah.
for strict guidelines,
All these Jedis are running around willy-nilly.
debating, and arguments. Let's be civilized.
We need a council. We need a weird-looking room that, makes you wonder whether or not they've been making sacrifices in there.
I wonder if maybe this planet has really intense increased gravity, or all the planets they're on, crazy hard gravity, and so it's just impossible to make your face anything other than this.
I just wish we could have seen Samuel Jackson be Samuel Jackson as we know and love him, but as what's his character's name?
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu. That's right.
Like if he just came in and just pointed at Yoda, does he look like a frog?
Use the motherfucking force, motherfucker!
Like, this movie is just a big sigh. Just,
I'm feeling some really, really fucked up vibes from this kid.
I'm a mushroom cloud laying Jedi, motherfucker.
I got a purple lightsaber, motherfucker.
I do like that he has a purple lightsaber.
I think it's pretty cool.
Apparently he asked for it, so literally anybody just probably had a better idea than Lucas on this set.
I just don't understand. Like Lucas was like known for having the rule of like we don't cast known stars. So let's put Samuel fucking Jackson in just a small supporting role.
I've never heard of him.
So he'll stand out like a sore thumb.
The only movies I watch are my own and Jingle Bells or whatever he was in. Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
Those are the 2 movies I watch. Who is this Samuel Jackson?
You think that's what it was? Like he never had seen Samuel Jackson do anything.
I
and
think
Sam Jackson walked in for an audition. Was like, I'm gonna nail this motherfucker.
In every room in Lucas's house, he has a TV on a constant loop that are all his movies and Jingle All the Way. Just that.
He's like the Donald Trump of filmmakers.
He loves steak and ketchup.
Yeah. Oh.
Every day on set with steak and ketchup.
Yeah. Well done.
Just how can I ruin everything of this?
Well done, steak and ketchup is the prequels of steaks.
I need that on a t-shirt.
Oh man, so we've made it past the second act.
Oh my god. I tried to make it past the second act. I'm taking a bathroom break. So
do it.
Here's the Brian show.
So now it's I'm just sitting here by myself and talking to myself, and now that's chaos. This is weird because I haven't seen this movie. I'm literally talking to myself right now, dear listeners. Everyone else has abandoned me. I had no idea that George Lucas made changes between 1999 and apparently 2011 when they re-released the Phantom Menace. Because I'm seeing deleted scenes that I don't remember. Yoda looks different, yet better. Thank God.
As soon as we land, the Federation will arrest you and force you to sign the treaty. I agree. I'm not sure what you wish to accomplish by this.
I'm not sure what you wish to accomplish by this. That you could sum up this whole movie with that one line.
We have no army, and I can only protect you. I can't fight a war for you.
Jar Jar Binks.
Is that your highness?
Yes. I need your help.
Yes, I need your help.
I feel like this movie should be playing in all the drunk tanks at at police
amazing.
In like every single like jail or whatever, and because this is the most sobering thing ever
On loop.
Yeah, on loop. So all you have to do is just sit there and watch it because like I took 2 allergy pills before I got here, and it was all kinds of loopy, and I've never been more sober watching this movie.
Do you think the Queen's idea will work? The Gungans will not be easily swayed.
I don't even know, like, why are we back on Naboo now?
This is Jar Jar's one, right? Jar Jar's planet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Queen Amidala and Jar Jar are from the same planet, but the Gungans are the natives.
Okay. I was gonna question that, and I just don't want to.
I think the people of Naboo have, like, basically conquered this entire planet.
Mm-hmm.
And the Gungans have moved underwater because that's what...
Because rent's too damn high.
Rent is too damn high.
They came in, they gentrified Naboo. They got all these fusion
to go down.
all these fusion restaurants.
There's nobody there. The Gungan city is deserted.
Oh no!
Do you think they've been taken to the capital?
I want to know what the thought process was through Jar Jar. Like, okay, so I never told you about evil Jar Jar.
Okay,
Have you
yeah.
heard this theory?
That that he's doing it on. I know he does the Senate speech, and
So, yeah, he is directly responsible for Palpatine taking control of the Empire. But there
Love
was a
it.
theory that the Phantom Menace actually was Jar Jar Binks.
I mean,
Because-
he's got the second word right. He is a menace.
He is a menace. Because, like, okay, so, like, whenever they first show up in the Gungan city, like, everyone's terrified of him.
Yeah.
Right? And, like, I would say, like, part of the theory was that he was able to pull the wool over the two Jedi's eyes.
Uh-huh.
But then again, Qui-Gon, as we have established, isn't exactly aware of most things.
But I just want to point out real quick, their wardrobe is beige on brown.
You shall bring a
Is that so? Is that your theory though that Jar Jar is the Phantom Menace?
It's not. It's actually a popular theory. That's why whenever you watch Attack of the Clones,
But you personally, do you? If you like, who is the Phantom Menace in this movie to you?
I think, to me, it's Jar Jar because he's such a pain in the ass through the entire movie.
Okay.
And he's the reason why no one wants to watch this movie. So he was a Phantom Menace that was so menacing. Like, he was so good at being bad.
Oh, he was a Phantom Menace because on set he was basically a tennis ball on a stick.
Yeah.
So they just had to pretend that there's a phantom there. Oh, what a menace.
But you should actually, I implore you to look it up and, like, see it all broken down because, like, there's a couple different things where you kind of see, whenever they, like, map it out of, like, how he pulled the wool over the Jedi's eyes, he's always in the background. At the very, very end of this movie, you'll see, like, the quote is, "Always two there are, the master and the apprentice, but who's the master and who's the apprentice?" And then you'll see, it's a close-up of Palpatine, but who's in the background? Jar Jar. What?
Man.
And that's why when you watch the next movie, Count Dooku is, like, totally shoehorned in. Because everyone hated Jar Jar so much that if the big... and honestly, like, what if that had been revealed that Jar Jar was a Sith this entire time? Like, that would have been... Whenever I saw it mapped out, I was like... I had this, like, terrified feeling, like...
It literally put fear into you?
It literally kind of freaked me out because I was like, there's no way. No way! Like... yippee! Yippee!
Like... but if that's true, would that improve the movie for you? Would you, if you knew that and knew Lucas was playing the long game, would you change your opinion on this movie?
I would. I totally would.
Really?
I think, yeah.
Okay. Because so if he's the Phantom Menace, then is all the wooden acting, bad dialogue, is it all intentional?
You can't say that the wooden acting's intentional. Well, maybe it was. I don't know. God, I don't know, man.
If Jar Jar's a Sith Lord, then he might be doing a Jedi mind trick on everybody,
Everyone around him.
which explains why Qui Got Jinn is so flat and dumb. Because think about when they put someone into trance. Yes, these aren't the droids we're looking for.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jar Jar has everyone in a Jedi trance.
He could. But if you think of it in like under those circumstances, it makes when you watch Jar Jar in this movie, it's a little creepy.
I mean, it's always a little creepy watching Jar Jar.
Oh man, see the
always
thing
a little
is,
creepy watching Jar
had
Jar.
they not made him like this rabbit-eared minstrel show of a character, if he would have been like, you know, drunken master but not stupid, it could have been really cool.
If he was drunk all the time, that would be really cool.
Well, that was like the idea is that his character's kind of based on the drunken master of like, you'll see as he fights
that everything's kind of accidental,
yeah,
Jackie Chan
quote
style.
unquote accidental.
Yeah.
What do you think, Master Jedi?
What do you think, Master Jedi?
OJ? What do you think, the juice?
I think you should first read my new book, If We Did It.
We are ready to awesome pot.
Droid army. We will send what pilots we have to knock out the droid control ship on the planet.
Like,
Yeah, I just don't think that, like, it's just the dialogue. Like, the thought is there, but you gotta keep in mind, like, The only one of the originals that George Lucas directed
was the first one.
Was the first one.
And there was the worst one.
Yeah, and then like Lawrence Kasdan came in and he wrote Empire Strikes Back, and it was directed by somebody else.
Mm-hmm. I think it was Lawrence Kasdan.
Was it Lawrence Kasdan?
I think it was Lawrence Kasdan.
But I mean, like, that's the problem with the prequels is that it's all
actually
George Lucas. Yeah.
Oh, walking.
And there's no wheels.
There's no. Literally, the machines are walking.
Got legs.
There's more walking in this than Lord of the Rings.
Wipe them out.
If someone, okay, if you're talking to a guy and he has a hood pulled up over his eyes and you can't see his eyes, like, do you just have no idea who he is? Like, if you saw that guy later, you'd be like,
even if you could obviously tell it's the same voice.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't mask his voice at all. Like,
I'm Senator
Chancellor Palpatine.
And I'm evil Palpatine.
And this literally looks like a scene from Lord of the Rings.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, there's like 30 here.
Wait, what?
I was counting them real quick.
Starting up the shield!
I know we haven't been paying attention, and it's been a couple minutes.
How do you make
since I've
lasers
seen
bend
it.
like that?
But I don't understand what's going on. Like, why
They're
do we
about to go into war?
Why do we care that Jar Jar's people are fighting?
They're fighting for the control of Naboo.
But aren't there like thousands of planets out here? Like,
that is a good question.
Like, we seem to only be stuck in this little neighborhood of planets.
Right.
But we're able to jump into hyperspace and hyperdrive,
and I don't understand why we care about Naboo. Like, why do we care about any of this? And what is with the weird light signals?
The mixture of technology and just shitty technology is incredible. Like, you almost expected a boink. Like she's unlocking her car with that.
Oh, dang.
Okay, even the battle scene, we're going to walk into battle.
Okay.
Light jog.
Oh, wait, no. Never mind. I was going to say that's the...
Did you see him wind up? What Obi-Wan's move right there was literally just...
Oh, totally. Is this where we see Darth Maul?
We're about to.
No, not yet.
Oh, I thought that we haven't offended anyone in a very long time. And by long time, I mean like at least 5 minutes.
Like, to just get the notes from Lucas, that's what I want to know. I want to know what he told these actors. I want to know what he did to them.
You know how you're a great actor? I'm going to need you to tone it down.
Did he, like, Stanley Kubrick, Shelley Duvall them all? Like, just
every one of them?
Every one of them, to where they just, like, had all the joy and emotion sapped out of them?
Ugh. Oh, man.
Okay.
And we can't have X-Wings. We got to have these weird, shitty, yellow bird-looking things.
Even the color of the plane, like, even yellow...
Yeah.
It's
still bland.
Bland.
I didn't even know they could do that with a reflective surface.
Even the green here looks kind of bleh.
You gotta wait for it for the worst visual effects shot ever in the history of visual effects shots. And keep in mind, like, this whole movie is George Lucas, like visual effects is his thing. So this is him in 1999 feeling like he's nailing it.
Like, man, he must have had a good-ass time during pre-production.
I guess.
Like, he wrote the script, everyone's going, oh my god, George, this is the best. And we're going to have robots like this? Oh my god, George.
Oh, it's so good, George.
Like, he must have been riding high on this. And also, like... the amount of people who probably told him, like, yeah, you're doing great. Like, that's really the only explanation to why he would be watching this and going, yeah, this is great. This is good stuff.
Oh, it's perfect. No, because there's zero checks and balances. Like, in Lucasfilm, it's Lucasfilm. He owns everything. Like, he is lord over all. There's no one to tell him no in anything.
Topical reference, it's like the disaster artist, like Weesal, like, it's almost like Weesal Productions on the front. Just Lucasfilms, Lucasfilms Productions, Lucasfilms Inc. Sound by Lucas.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, dang.
The amount of
The
work,
army of droids lives.
the amount of work that goes into these droids cannot be worth what they're able to do. Like, it must cost, like, it must be so cost prohibitive with these droids because they last about 3 days.
Oh, you mean like for the Trade Federation, like they're
yeah,
expensive?
Yeah,
Well,
like-
it's, it's
like
cheaper to have slave droids that you could just replace than to have actual, things that you have to feed and take care of.
but you gotta build droids. You don't have to build
It's true.
slaves.
I don't know. I think droids might be more cost effective. It's the Trade Federation, man.
Let's go back to this. Let's go back to the commerce and really talk about that. look. We went to the Senate scene. What about the SEC scene? What about the
Right.
Securities and Exchange Commission? I want to know the stocks.
Let's go back to basic economics again.
A long, long time ago, the Nasdaq was at an all-time low.
And the Trade Federation was like, you know what we need to do? We need to fire all these people. And we need to replace them with droids.
Look, if the Senate started adopting really funnily offensive accents,
on how good that impression is.
that was tremendous. That was tremendous.
Oh, dang. Best part of the whole movie is right here. It's just the Duel of the Fates.
Again, music A+.
Totally. Now imagine if you would have had Benny Hill on this.
Still pretty good. Still pretty. It would have made sense.
Pretty good.
It would have fit more.
Yeah. I feel like that works a lot better during the Gungan fight.
Have you seen the?
What? A double-sided lightsaber? No way.
Hey, guys, I got a riddle for you. I got a riddle for you guys. What's better than one lightsaber?
What if we put a lightsaber on both sides?
A butt lightsaber at the butt end.
I feel like we're just moving more and more into a Jimmy Stewart impression.
I mean, isn't that what he does?
Oh, gee,
It's
it'd
like-
be really good right here.
It's like
maybe Anakin Skywalker is about to fly off into space by himself.
It's like how when you do a Christian Slater impression, you're doing a Jack Nicholson impression.
They're the same
It's the
person.
same
though.
person. So is George Lucas Kermit the Frog, or is he Jimmy?
I think he's a mix between the two.
So Jimmy
No, because
Stewart
he
and Kermit.
always starts off here and then eventually he just keeps moving on down to this.
Why don't you look at the moon up there? I'm going to lasso it for you.
I'm just going to lasso the moon.
Throw a little moon.
And I'll play my banjo and after I've lassoed the moon.
None of this makes sense. What I'm really banking on is that at this point people have just tuned out of this episode of the podcast.
I kind
Because
of.
we're going on what? Like we're okay. Now we are 2 hours and 17
I
minutes
really
in.
hope for the sake of anyone listening that you're
If
not.
You are still listening.
Like, bless you, but just.
I'll pay your Patreon. Oh, snarl. I always
Okay.
wondered, like, what was that? Whenever he's
Just
like,
the random
"Ugh."
flips?
Yeah. No. Like Obi-Wan goes, oh. Was he trying to fake him out?
He was probably trying to actually act in the scene.
Oh.
And some acting got loose.
I feel like my motivation would be this.
George, can I talk to you about subtext? No!
I just can't believe this movie's still going. I don't remember this movie being so damn long.
It's. That hour 30 on the back is a lie.
I think it said 160 minutes.
Oh my god.
It says...
Have you seen the behind the scenes featurette of this movie where they all watch it for the first time?
And they're mortified?
They're mortified.
Yeah.
And like you just start seeing the producers going, we spent how much?
Yeah, and George is like, oh.
Oh, the toys though.
That's the thing, like, with all the toys and stuff that they do, there's no way that these movies can't make their money back. Like, it could be the biggest pile of crap. It could be the Phantom Menace of the Phantom Menace.
Like,
and it's still going to make just millions and millions of dollars.
Next, we're gonna do a sequel to the Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace 2. There's still
I'm sorry.
There's still no villain.
Whoa, R2. Oh, God. This is the worst acting.
Okay.
Oh.
If we did a shot-for-shot remake of the Phantom Menace,
But what if we sweeted it?
Why not told me to stay in this cockpit?
You know what I mean by Sweden?
Mm-hmm. I could see it. I could see it. Michael Cera as Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, gee. I guess so. It wouldn't be that far off.
Whoa! My life is being threatened. Whoa! I'm probably gonna die. Whoa!
I never understood how a laser was able to like shatter glass like that.
I never understood why you had to fire so many.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't. It's a laser.
It's the cool thing to do.
And then busted out just a complete square of the window.
And this, whenever they all, in complete synchrony,
Sure.
and then all of them perfectly together, except for that one guy.
He's lingering. Someone at the bottom is playing with a squirt gun and shooting him up. It's like that game at the arcade.
Yeah. Just blows the shit out of the window.
Like,
I'm pretty sure this entire set was all CGI.
oh yeah, and I'm trying to decide if they even had a green screen or a brown screen.
Well,
Like, why not?
just all.
Because it's already hard enough for
no,
a
they
big.
just had the poor artist rotoscope everything.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's already hard enough to act, I'm assuming, in CGI. Like, when you're acting and there's nothing there,
Yep.
already hard enough. You combine that with sand and how coarse that is. Like,
And everybody's just really batting 1,000 here.
I mean, just really an A for effort. And on their part, they're probably imagining, like, since it's all green screen in their mind, they're like, oh, he must know what he's doing. He must have an idea.
Totally. Well, that's the thing is, like, this is the result of everyone putting faith in George Lucas. Mm-hmm. And then him failing them all miserably.
Why is he not using his lickety quick speed?
His lickety quick speed. Oh, I gotta summon my Jedi lickety quick speed.
Let me get out my magnet.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Qui-Gon meditates. He gets on his knees while the Sith prowls.
What's the function of this room?
I don't know. It's just cool.
Like, imagine the training seminar of a janitor who got that job there. On Saturdays, the laser grid comes in. So if you're back there after 6, see you
You're
later.
screwed.
You know what this movie needs is when
This is the worst visual effect ever. Did you see it?
That looked like 8 turds on the horizon.
Like previs, man.
That looked like just big turds on the horizon.
It looks like the stuff that they used to storyboard the visual effects.
Man,
And they
really,
just forgot to fix it.
if they just
And this is after they fixed Yoda, so they didn't fix that shot.
okay, if they just saved money by using the storyboards instead of all this technology, and then gave the audience
man.
members $5,
Yeah.
that's a good movie.
We're so sorry.
Here's your ticket and your $5.
Our apology.
You know what I like with a movie? An apology.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn the lights on now. It's
It really is getting a good cinema feel to it. It's like a nice dark cave in here. Booma, poopa, the duka. Do you think George Lucas said this dialogue out loud as he was typing it? Like a lot of writers will write their stuff out and say their lines.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the problem is that he didn't say any of the lines out loud to see if they were even speakable.
I hate sand. It's so coarse.
And gets everywhere. John Williams still nailing it.
Like, I really want... There's no way John Williams saw this movie and then made the score for it. Because otherwise it would just be like one note.
Right.
And it would be the brown note.
God.
Honestly, the worst kind of bad movie, though, is the one that's like just adequate enough. and unfortunately, that's what this it's just adequate enough.
I mean, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's something that cannot be said for everybody. Mm-hmm. I mean, I haven't made a movie. Have you made a movie?
I have not made a movie.
You know?
Good on you, George.
Yeah. I mean, he made it. Freaking Darth Maul,
I mean,
best character in the whole movie.
So
You
who's-
barely see him, and then they kill him off.
Who's the bad guy in this movie? Is
I
it
mean-
is it Palpatine? He's not really. He doesn't do anything.
It's technically Palpatine, I think,
Is it Darth Maul? He's in there for 15 minutes.
and he's just Darth.
Is it
Maul
these laser
just like-
grids? I'm thinking
It's
so.
these laser grids. It's that hole.
I am fascinated with the layout of all, like, I guess all future space stuff, but it's like
Yeah.
they always have the one button that the maintenance guy has to push, and he has to walk on the 6-inch corridor thing.
Qui-Gon just got a hole in his stomach.
I was honestly blown away when I saw this in theaters. I was like, they killed a Jedi?
Yeah.
They killed a Jedi.
I just don't understand how one lightsaber hole in the belly is what can like take your life instantly. Mm-hmm. He got stabbed in the stomach. He didn't get shot in the head.
Well, he bleeds like a stuck pig for a while. Not bleeds. There's no blood in this movie. He
Cauterized right away. It's a lightsaber.
It's true. I mean, he just chills out on the floor for a while.
I guess. If anything, if we were going to like anatomically correct, like he gets stabbed basically right in the belly button, which means the lightsaber goes through his spine, so he's like paralyzed from the waist down instantly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I mean, like, if he
has
were
to get, like,
Qui-Gon,
a-
he'd still be screaming and just like dragging himself along the ground.
He would be on one of those eight-legged wheelchairs.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But he's not dead.
Each time they cut back to these scenes, they're literally just running or walking down the hallway in a group. And when they got captured, they were still literally walking down the hallway as a group,
yeah.
just time with droids around them.
There's a whole lot of walking in here.
This
Not a
whole
lot of
battle
walking
scene
with
has been
purpose.
nothing but hallways. Right there.
Yeah.
Now, Viceroy, we will discuss a new treaty.
Oh, dang. Oh, it's Angry Ian. Or Ewan. Yeah. I just stabbed the shit out of your man. I don't know why he talks like that.
I'm gonna kick your ass, Darth.
What do you think they're saying between the two of them? Like, if you're Obi-Wan and I'm Darth Maul.
Watch out! Watch out!
Ha ha, cha cha cha, ha cha 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 cha. Oh damn! Nah, man, I had a whole long lightsaber. Now I got like half a lightsaber, but it's still kind of cool.
Why did he drop it?
Oh dang! My lightsaber's red. Kick.
That's like the 5th flip he's done.
Look how cool I am!
I was watching rhythmic gymnastics, and I think that should be the lightsaber battle.
Oh yeah, you look real mad. Poof! I just poofed you with my face, or poofed you with my force. You know what I'm trying to say.
That
Darth Maul.
probably has to be the hardest power to act in a movie, just to be like,
I poof you. I poof you right in the face. Didn't we just see this?
like, this movie
This movie is just like
is a
repetition. Oh shit! It's a callback to Return of the Jedi. Did you catch that? Did you
no.
catch that?
No, I did not. I was.
on it to-
That was the callback. That's the callback the fans were clamoring
Yeah,
for.
that's it. That's what. And George was like, you know what? Of everything, all the iconic things that we saw in Return of the Jedi, let's bring back the two balls touching, and then everything explodes.
And we'll have like a Death Star and a donut.
Yeah. What if the donut had a donut hole inside the donut? But someone took a big bite out of the donut, but the donut hole was still there in the middle.
I lassoed the Death Star and I pulled it into this donut.
And then you know, that one pilot is really excited. Yeah. He doesn't yell. You know, is that he's just like. It's like if Conan O'Brien was a space pilot.
Warp speed.
And of
Let's
course,
have
since the mothership exploded, all the droids and everything don't work anymore.
The droids literally fell apart. They turned off.
They literally did. I never thought about that.
They turned off. That's fine. But then they poked the head
apart.
and they fell off. Henry Ford is rolling over in his grave.
Yeah. You know, and Darth Maul literally just had the high ground, and we could have seen an exact, the same thing of him just like slicing Obi-Wan in half. But no, totally didn't. Instead, he gets sliced in half.
That kind of messed me up a little bit when I was a kid, seeing him
get his legs cut off.
Yeah, drop in half like that. It was just kind of like,
and then burning alive.
yeah.
Well, by the time they got to Revenge of the Sith, like so many complaints about the prequels were going on that George was like, you know what?
Batten down the hatches.
I've got nothing to live for. We're just gonna traumatize the entire audience.
No one in or out. At what point did you get that hint, Qui-Gon? At what point? Was it when Yoda was saying, don't do it? Was it when Yoda was saying he's a bad kid?
He will bring balance.
Is Qui-Gon the antagonist?
I think Qui-Gon is his own worst enemy, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he did.
No,
we're so close.
The excitement is so palpable.
Oh, shit. Drop the mic, OJ.
Me.
You can kiss your trade franchise goodbye. But all the toys that we're gonna make from this movie? Oh, shit. Well, you're not gonna get a single percentage of residual.
If you told me that everyone in this movie filmed their scenes individually and then they were all placed in there, I would.
They were all like VFX'd in.
100% believe it.
Yeah, I could see it. I never saw another actor the entire time I was working on it.
I literally talked to tennis balls
the whole time. I mean, it was groundbreaking.
So let's say the first two prequels that went out, and then you were offered a role as a featured extra on the third one. Would you still do it?
Oh, hell yeah. Like, that's the sad thing is, like, even despite how bad they were, I would totally have been an extra in the Phantom
Would you have been?
Menace.
Oh, you would have been in this movie. Would you have been? Okay.
Totally. Absolutely. Okay. It's a Star Wars movie. I could be telling my friends, dude, I was in the Phantom Menace. It's like, would you like to be an extra in The Room?
I feel like I am. I feel like
come away with the stories.
I feel like, oh god, to be on the lowest. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right.
Because you come away with the stories.
You're right.
Everyone wants to know what was it like to be on that clusterfuck of a movie.
Just to sit there and listen to George from behind his monitors.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Can I have another coffee?
Oh man.
Your apprentice, Skywalker, will be.
Oh man. I'm going to regret this, I am.
I've aged so much during this movie.
Qui-Gon, again, he was just, like, if we're looking at the medical state of somebody that's just lasered in the stomach, just paralyzed. And they're just burning him.
Their medical technology is not great.
Sucks. All it takes is one lightsaber to
This was a long time ago, so maybe they're still using, like, leeches.
Again, mastered interstellar space travel. Can't heal a guy that got stabbed
Got
once.
a hole in his belly, you're done. You're
Okay.
done.
So here's the big hint of who the real Phantom Menace was. Here it is. There's no doubt the mysterious warrior was a Sith. Oh, it's true there are. Here, I'll do Sam Jackson. You do Yoda.
Okay.
A master and an apprentice.
But which one was destroyed? The master or the apprentice?
Cut to. There's Queen Amidala, right? There's
Papa
Palpatine.
Palpatine.
What the fuck? They changed it!
Wow.
They changed it!
He saw that fan theory and said, no, that's the next thing to go.
I swear they changed it. He was in the background.
Man, you were looking forward. You were talking that moment up.
Mic drop on my theory. Oh, look, it's the orb that Trump and the Saudi Arabian king was holding.
You won the raffle orb. So the first thing Obi-Wan does, which is a pretty baller move, I think, when he's training Anakin, is to cut his hair just like himself.
That's so true.
That's a pretty baller move. Like, if you're gonna train with me, you're gonna look like me.
You can be my Padawan and all, but you look far too normal. It make you look like someone who would normally be bullied hardcore.
There's no one in this city. I feel like this whole city has like 13 people in it.
Yeah.
And they're all
I think
right
we
there.
accomplished peace between the humans and the Gungans. I think that's what all this is about.
That we're not robots, so I guess we're good.
I guess.
And I won the orb.
And we did it.
Like
We survived.
I didn't know that would be a marathon.
I don't remember it being that long. Good Lord in heaven.
Okay, so
Well, we made it. Thank you, everybody, for watching on Facebook Live, even though it's really not a whole lot of people.
if
Don't
you're
blame you.
if you're still watching on Facebook Live, hi, Lainey.
Yo. And Nick, where can we find you online? You're a local screenwriter. You are one of the main writers on The Office Case, the award-winning 48-hour film.
Thank you.
Won Best Screenplay.
Yes. I don't have much of a presence online, just my Facebook, at Nicholas Szabo. I'm just kidding. Just Nicholas Szabo on Facebook, and that's about it. So if you want to go online and just, make a nice comment on a YouTube video or something, I think that's what you should do. That's what I'll plug.
Yep.
Just be nice.
And you were the lead in Millennial Lingo, too.
I was the lead in Millennial Lingo. You can see me on that. Check out Dad Joke on Okie Show.
Yep.
I wrote in 2 of the dad jokes on that.
You did.
And yeah, don't watch anything else online though. Don't watch those things, and that's it. But yeah.
Well, yeah. Thank you guys for listening to our second fan viewing, I guess, of a Star Wars movie.
Is it called fan viewing if we hated the movie? If we hated the movie?
I don't know.
Welcome to the Hate Watch.
The Okie Show commentary of the Phantom Menace.
Like, I feel like you've gone to 2 extremes on this with Star Wars. New Hope and then this.
Yeah.
So is the next one just going to shoot for the middle? What do you think?
I don't know. I think we're just going to keep going with the prequels.
Probably.
Because the prequels can be made fun of all day long.
I don't remember the second one.
We might have to do it.
Just got to do it.
For the Han Solo movie. Yeah.
I'm down.
But of course,
Sophia Coppola was in this?
What? Oh. Weird. That's Francis Ford Coppola's daughter. Or daughter, or what? Daughter. Okay,
Daughter.
yeah. Wow. So, anyways, yes, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends all about this. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/Okie Show. And we'll see you guys in the next 2 weeks.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Okie Show.